Dixie to my northern spots. You know it's time to rock with Old Glory Drive. I'm home. I'm home. You never met a motherfucker quite like me. No, not like me.
Fellas, what's going on?
What's going on?
I think Divers is having some. Yes.
What a great way to start this.
I want to play around with this for a minute, and then we'll do it. I can hear myself. That's good.
We can hear you as well.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Work.
Tell him, send him a comment and tell him
you can put it in the chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat.
It's another beautiful day of working with Brandon Divers.
This is amazing. So he said, "I can't do this." I wonder if he knows
I don't. He said he could hear himself, but I don't think he knows that we can hear everything he's saying.
This is. I mean,
why would you tell him?
Well, I mean,
I can't hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
This is ridiculous.
That's just amazing.
Well, what he should do. This is what we should do. He should just chime in with what he thinks we're talking about.
That would be kind of interesting, actually. You should put that in the chat and say, "Why don't you tell everybody what you think we're talking about right now?" This is amazing. So just so everyone knows, this is why we get on here 10, 15, 20 minutes early, just to make sure that everything's working right. So when we do this, it goes relatively smooth. But, when you work with divers, this is what you get.
It's always great. We never know. Turn my mic around so I don't look like a complete idiot.
No, if you look to your left right now, or at least in my screen over this way, this is what a complete idiot looks like right up there. that way. Yeah, there he is.
Look,
hey there.
He has no clue why we're pointing at him.
No, he doesn't know what the heck's going on at all. So
he's probably.
It's just a perfect start. I mean, if you really go back and recap what we talked about last week, he was at his in-laws, and he had. At one point, didn't he have a computer and a phone trying to record from them?
Yeah. Hey.
Hey.
And we're back.
Shoot. So it turns out if you plug it in, the shit works better.
Good Lord.
I mean,
welcome, divers.
Yeah. Thank you for being on 15 minutes early to make sure all your equipment's working properly. And
dude, I've been running around trying to find these guys. So the whole doing it off your normal out of your normal area, it's not fun because all your equipment ends up everywhere. At least mine does. So
yeah,
you guys have equipment. Is
that
what we're calling this now?
Yeah,
you would think if we had actual equipment, if everybody knew that these headphones weren't even on, it would just I wear them to look cool like you guys. But we can't call it equipment. You got to be like, I couldn't find my phone or whatever. But yeah, we can't call it equipment.
Your equipment consists of headphones and a mic.
Yeah.
I'm calling it equipment.
All right.
If it makes you feel better.
It does.
Good. So high class, good quality stuff here. Just a great way to start. Brandon Elizabeth wants to know, pull that up, Ray.
Yeah.
Because I think he looks different too.
He does. He shaved down. He shaved her down.
Yeah. So I had what we would call a shaving mishap. I had it.
I've been there.
I thought it was on like the 9 guard, and it was on the 3 guard, and I did one of these, and
immediately threw him against the wall.
Yeah, it's like okay, looks like we're going the whole thing. So it's okay, every now and then.
That leads to a good point of where you pointed that you start when you shave, because I've wondered that. Like, I've honestly looked in the mirror and asked myself, because I shave my own head and, I shave it down to nothing anyway. But like you and I used to just cut my hair shorter. I always did the mohawk cut first, just that first stripe down the middle. And you kind of at some point wonder, why do you start right in the front and the center of your head? Or when I trim my beard up, I always start down on the bottom, trimming it up. And I'm like, why don't I start way up by my ear someplace?
Well, no. So I do it like that in case something like that happens. You don't ever expect it to, because we all know that after that happened, all right, Elizabeth.
She just fell right in. She's like, it looks weird.
I did get carded earlier, which I thought was odd. At the grocery store, I got carded for wine. I thought that was weird. But so I shaved. Wine.
Oh, wine.
Wine.
Okay, I didn't hear wine.
Sorry, wine. I got carded for
You
wine.
sure they weren't just checking your ID on your food stamps?
Yeah, the EBT card.
yeah, EBT card.
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. You got to have an ID for an EBT card, but you don't have to have an ID to vote.
Oh, yeah. No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, because we're giving that money so that they can vote. Not in all cases, but in some cases.
Yeah.
Ooh, Divers is on the sauce already, too.
Oh, buddy, it's been a week. So, so I shave here in case that happens, and then you have some fun with it. So I walked downstairs. I had
That's
a full
the takedown.
Jen's like, no, absolutely not. Then I did the Fu Manchu. Jen's like, no, absolutely not. Then you do this guy, which I thought was awesome. Jen's like, absolutely not. And so that was that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here I am.
No, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
nobody had
it's different. I'm not going to go out like Elizabeth and say it looks weird, but I'll say it looks different to see without a beard.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, the other week we got the message from Jeb. I think he was in Phoenix when he had the mishap, and he went like full.
Yeah,
he didn't go like trimmed down. He went full baby Jeb beard, and that did not look do well for him. So
it was strange. It didn't look natural.
Very strange. Yeah. So, but anyway, other than that, how's the rest of the week been going? Other than beard mishaps and no headphones not working properly.
Wait, look what Kevin Clapp said.
Kevin Clapp says,
awesome.
"Good Lord, don't let a manscape."
That was last week, buddy.
That's awesome.
We do that at the end of the month. So
You just want some
fresh. Huh?
Just once a month.
It doesn't.
That's why that's why his razor was set to 3. He was trimming that shit up. Yeah, he was making sure that was all trimmed up, Puts the guard on 9, makes him feel like half the man, so he keeps it down there at that short level. Oh man.
Yeah,
this is great.
Week sucked, man. It's not my favorite week. Yeah. No. I don't have much else to say other than just crappy week. It's tomorrow's Friday, so pretty excited about that. And got the weekend. Got a real nice list of things to do. I get to clean up the garage. I also get to take some boxes downstairs and reorganize the basement storage. I get to do those things, so I'm pretty excited.
Do you get to frame the family picture in the same outfit?
You never know. I got to put the Christmas tree up last Sunday. That was awesome.
Yeah.
It was good.
It's one of the best times of the year.
I nipped that in the bud long ago. I don't touch Christmas decorations other than I will get them. I will go with you. I will go with you and help you pick the tree out. I will help the dude get it on top of the car in the truck. I will get it to the house. I will put the stand on it, and I will get it in the house, and then I'm done. But it's because you got to bitch the whole time. That's the key. You got to. Just
you got to boss him around.
No, you just got to bitch.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying,
I fucking suck. Now I will say I was the hero this time. Molly's got all the lights on it and everything's decorated, and she bumped something, and like half the lights on the tree went out. So she's like, "God damn it, this happened last year." She's all upset about it, which I understand. My wife loves Christmas, and I hate. I'll be honest with you. I'm a Scrooge when it comes to Christmas. My birthday is the 22nd of this month, and I've been fucked my whole life. So, no, my mom and dad, they did, whatever. I'm just joking about that. But the holidays for me had for a while had gotten to the point it wasn't about what the holidays are for. It was about going to everybody's damn house and spending all this money to give something to somebody you ain't seen in 6 months or whatever, right? But anyway,
it's like going to a wedding.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. Like you can't enjoy it. Like you can't enjoy your shit, man. Like I remember
we can't be the cheap sons of bitches out of this deal, but I really don't know or really like these people, but what are you gonna do? Like, oh, great. So now a wedding I didn't want to go to in the first place cost me X amount of dollars in order to buy a gift for somebody that I don't care to hang out with after this wedding nor during this wedding. So yeah, I hear what you're saying on that.
Well, it's like the Christmas, right? Now my family, we're a big family and all this crap. But when you wake up Christmas morning, Santa Claus has come. The tree is full of gifts. You open your stuff up and you get a Nintendo when they were, back in the 80s, right? You get a Nintendo.
Hell
And
yeah, duck hunt, baby.
All you want to do is sit down and duck hunt and play Mario Brothers. But no, you got to go to grandma's house and eat dinner. Then you got to go to your cousin's house and see what they got. Why can't they come to my house and see what I got?
Yeah, so exactly right.
Can you see that my holiday disdain is deep?
Yeah, exactly. You got reasons for it.
Yeah, but so half the lights went out, and I went into electrical diagnosis mode and was able to fix it. So I was a hero.
So what Ray did was found out that one of the 33 animals living inside of his house had run by and unplugged the cord.
Like the Griswold, the cat's on fire under the chair.
Like, I was a hero. I found that the plug had come out of the wall, and so I put it back in.
Actually, a bulb had broken, and which in turn I had to replace the bulb. It still didn't work, and in turn the fuse and the plug had to be replaced, and I had to chase it down. I mean, it was it was more than
good.
You should redo like the Griswold family Christmas of like you standing out front with joy to the world.
So we actually talked about it, like doing a Christmas card, which we talk a lot about that stuff and never do it. So we were like, let's do like everybody dress up as a member of the Griswolds. And we started talking about it. Everybody got excited about it, and then it just kind of petered out. With no follow up
with you guys. Actually, you could wear your Hurricanes jersey.
Yeah.
I could send you a Caps jersey if you wanted one. If you wanted to look like a winner,
I'll take a Caps jersey. It don't make now Elizabeth, on the other hand.
I just said that to get back at her about my beard. That's all.
But other than that, man, that's been.
So I gotta know, as long as we're talking about Christmas vacation, which one of you guys has lights on your house?
I do not have lights on the house.
You don't have any divers?
I do.
No, you know what lights on my house remind? So lights on my house. If I look at lights on my house, it reminds me of like cleaning up the frat house the Sunday morning after the party, because I think about having to take them down. Yeah. I'm like,
while you're putting them up. Yeah.
This is going to be miserable. It's going to be over. Yeah, Christmas is going to be over. I'm going to be putting these things, taking them down. It's going to be cold. It'll probably snow when I do it. Yeah. And then, I don't live in Iowa, but it does snow here in Virginia.
That's a good friend of mine. That's his Christmas card this year.
Oh, nice.
Like that's Jason Gupton. He's a good buddy of mine. He's actually a stuntman, works in like Walking Dead and stuff like that. But he tells everybody he falls down for a living. But he's
stuntman in Walking Dead.
Yeah, he's worked in Walking Dead. He's worked in all kinds of stuff, man. I couldn't even begin to live. Like Zombieland 2. Have you seen that with Woody Harrelson and all them?
Yeah, I saw Zombie. Yeah, a little bit of it. I like Zombieland 1.
So Zombieland 2, when they're running off, they get all the zombies to come up to the big tower, and they're running off the end of it to kill the zombies. He's the one that's handcuffed to the prison guard in an orange jumpsuit and jumps off and grabs hold of Woody and all that kind of stuff. He's a cool dude, man. He's always doing crazy shit too. You never know what you're gonna see with this guy. But yeah, so we thought about doing something like that. But again, it takes initiative, and when it comes to Christmas, my initiative
is gone.
Yeah.
I pictured the fact that you would have lights all over your house. I figured Jen would have you all lit up.
No, man. She wants me to do it.
Okay.
But it's just not me. But
so that's.
I don't want to get on a tall ladder. It's a safety issue. And, we don't want OSHA coming out to the house. It's just, I'm fragile.
Well, and if something goes wrong, you've got to call your buddy who happens to be an expert electrician at this point because he found a broken bulb.
Hey, look, I can't rewire anything in my house. We've already had that discussion. But when it comes to like, tracing down wires, I'm pretty good at it.
So like, and so when you were talking about Jen wanting you to have lights, Amanda always wants lights too. She's like, oh, it'd be so cool to put all these lights up around the house. And pretty much everyone in our area has gigantic light shows. And I'm a very, very, very competitive person.
What's up, Barry? Barry says, "What's up, you jolly assholes?"
See, that's what this show's about. Is that's
Exactly.
how we want people to say hi. You know, like not just we don't want anybody to come in and kiss our ass, right?
Don't be nice.
But Amanda always wants lights up and stuff like that, and this is where
Jackie wants to know, Divers, did you decorate the tree in the light bulb pajamas?
I did not. Actually, they're in the process of being washed. I wore them
are they going to
2 nights
shrink?
in a row. No, they're pre-shrunk. They're pre-shrunk.
perfect.
Pre-shrunk. Oh, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
But
so
so this
I've
is-
got to save them for Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's a great opportunity.
Okay.
So back to
so
what
pretty
Andy was
much.
getting ready
Yeah.
to
So
say,
back
and
to what I
Amanda-
was saying. 'cause
Amanda says
great
by
Amanda's
pretty
on.
much he means everyone in our neighborhoods has lights up.
Okay,
Well,
so
and-
now
and lights are pretty inexpensive. I mean, they're not expensive at all. It's not anything that it's not like if you're gonna
do you live in a shack?
No, I'm kidding. They're extremely
Oh.
expensive. Why would you spend all that money on something you're going to use for 1 month a year?
Yeah, but you use them every year because
Not like
you
I
get the
race it.
enjoyment of putting the damn things up and then taking the damn things down. So anyway, when Amanda says that everyone in our neighborhood has lights up, that's not true because
You
we
live in
don't
a
have any
neighborhood,
lights up.
though?
Yeah, kind of. We have a street with, it's a neighborhood. I mean, there's within a mile, I have 12 or 14. Now, they may all live a lot closer together, but I mean, it's not like a city block or something like that. But yes, it's a neighborhood. I'm calling it a neighborhood.
Okay.
We even have a Facebook page for our neighborhood. So take that.
Those
Anyway, I love it.
If your neighborhood Facebook page is anything like mine, it's somebody bitching about somebody driving too fast.
Oh, yeah.
At
yeah.
least once a week.
Yep. Yeah, we get that for sure. Yeah. So to my point is like Amanda is all for Christmas lights. She thinks it's so cool, blah, blah, blah. Let's spend all this money. Let's do all this stuff. Let's put it up. The other 11 months of the year, we generally have conversation. Yeah.
Amanda says, "I do it all here." So-
Yeah. When it comes to setting up Christmas stuff, yeah, it's all her. But my point is this. We spend 11 months of the year going, God, I love having that corn in front of our house because we don't have to worry about all the neighbors seeing us back here. Now we're a quarter mile off the road, but we're like, oh, they're planting beans this year. That sucks because everybody can see our house back here. As soon as the corn gets picked, it's like now everybody can see the house. So when the corn's picked, we're pissed off that people can now see our house. Not pissed off, but you know what I mean? Like it's nice being secluded. You can't see your neighbors and all that stuff. So when the corn's out and everything's flat and everybody can see for 1,000 miles in Iowa, let's put giant ass lights on our house to draw attention to what we try to avoid people seeing the 11 months of the year previous to this. So that's what I always wonder is people close their blinds. They do all this stuff every night so no one pays attention to their house or blah, blah, blah. And then they put these gigantic Christmas lights up. For what reason? People come and drive with people who drive up and down the street out here in our neighborhood in order to see all the damn Christmas lights. So that's my vent.
A lot to take in. Can you just give me a minute?
Yeah. Anyway.
So are you just saying?
So we didn't put up Christmas lights.
Are you not neighborly?
I'm super neighborly.
Okay.
Why? It's not a neighborhood rule.
Well, I don't know.
See, I
was just
picture
asking.
you in a gated community
Yeah.
where you
I'm
guys
not-
have to have the same candy canes in the front yard, spaced the distance apart.
You got all of you have the same mailboxes with the same pillars and all that kind of stuff.
I don't even like the mailbox that we have out front.
If
it
you have
like
a
everybody
75-year-old lady knock to tell you have to move your vehicle from the street because it's against neighborhood policy, yeah.
No, but I did have 2 HOA violations this last go around.
Oh, great.
So-
What are those?
Well, one of them. So those are when you have anything on your house that is against the covenants in the HOA, whatever it is.
Does pissing in the backyard count?
She missed that one.
Because if
She-
it does, I'd
she'd
be
have found
screwed.
She'd have found it.
Yeah.
Apparently, my trash can was in view of the general public. That was one of them. And
This is a
then
gated
there-
community.
It's not gated.
Yeah, I bet it is.
It's not.
No,
It's
it's-
not.
Do you
know
have
how
to
much
check
work-
in? Do you have to check in with Jim at the
I
shack?
would say there's a shack with an arm, but it's not
Yeah.
a gate. It's not
Exactly
a-
right. So we're gonna refer to his place as the compound now. We'll just all go visit that.
Compound.
I'm not a polygamist.
You must be within this family to live inside these gates.
we pull up to visit, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're on the list of no goes. Jen's already put us on.
Yeah.
They won't even let us
Age. No, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. If you'll just go up and then just U-turn and leave, that's what they tell you. I honestly, I do not live in a gated community. It is a neighborhood. We do have an HOA. The HOA is stupid, and that is what it is. I appreciate an HOA trying to keep, everybody to upkeep their house and all of that to keep the property value up. That's positive. I'm cool with that. When they start getting nitpicky over things that are outside of their jurisdiction, that's where I have an issue. So, but that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother episode.
If it's inside the homeowners association area, would that be or not be their jurisdiction?
Well, I mean, I own my house and I own the area, but apparently I only own it if I do what they say
their
I'm supposed to do.
So by these violations, what's the?
I have a month to fix them. It's been 45 days and I haven't done it. I'm protesting.
And what happens at the end of the month?
They take his garbage can away.
Take my trash can.
If you can't put the trash can in the right spot, we're taking it away. Fine, bitch. I'll throw my garbage out there.
I was getting ready to say,
What's
and my
up?
answer would be a pile of damn trash.
Exactly right.
You think you had a problem? Wait till you see what's about to happen.
Me sitting on the porch every night drinking beer with fucking Leonard Skinner playing in a wife beater. That's what my
exactly right. Brandon got a fine because his net's ripped on his basketball hoop, but it's not a gated community. Come on. Just because you push a button and it comes open doesn't mean it's a garage door. Gates do that shit as well. That's why he's always got to talk to the Domino delivery guys. He's giving them that. It ain't his house code. He's giving them the damn code to get into the gate.
Dude, did I tell you? So I didn't even tell you what Jen did. So like an hour.
Did you get pizza on Thanksgiving night?
Hang on. So hang on. So
oh yeah.
No, I did not. I actually fell asleep.
Hudson didn't pull it off for us, huh?
No, but tonight, about an hour ago. So Hudson's going to Jen picks up like some lunches because they don't do the lunches at school now, but like you can pick up the lunches and bring them home. So it's like all this bulk stuff. So we got all this like carton milk. We don't have to buy carton or big gallons of milk anymore because he's got these little, the jugs, the old jugs, or whatever they are, the little itty bitty cartons. You know what I'm talking about. So they also provided us with slices of individual pizza. From
square pizza?
No, this is actually, it's not the square. No, I thought it'd be the square.
The square would be awesome.
But it has the same smell. The smell.
Yeah.
It's the same school pizza smell. So they heated it up one night, and I was like, I don't want that. And they heated it up, and I could smell it. It was almost done. I was like, whoa, that smells delicious. so I went over, like, while he went to the bathroom, and I ate like half the pizza. But anyway, Jen takes these pieces of pizza, and she puts them in the freezer to save them for later. She had the foresight this evening, we'll call it that,
to set them out.
Thaw 3 pieces of pizza. So she opens the fridge. She goes, "Hey, honey, see those right there?" She's like, "In case you get the urge, pizza right there."
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
If she put that shit in a domino box, be like, but Jen, the problem is if I eat this, you're not going to be pissed off about it. Like that's half the fun. Like if it wasn't for the fact that you get so mad, we wouldn't even talk about it on our little show.
I know. Now, wait a minute. You're not going to be mad if I eat this pizza and I heat it up at night? She's like, just remember to turn off the oven, which I've not done. So I don't know. It's exciting though. So
I came back from a college party once and cooked a Jack's pizza in an oven without taking the paper or the cardboard off. Apparently, I just threw the plastic and all that shit right in there. And I can tell you leave a pizza in the oven for about 4 hours, even with the paper, before your oven has smoke just rolling out of it like crazy. And you're like, oh, shit, the house is on fire. We got to go. But, yeah, those late night pizzas are awesome.
Dude, I didn't go to college. I just went to party. My cousin's roommate, he worked. So he worked. I don't know who he worked for, but his job was he went to the Kroger's, just the Kroger's in town, and stocked the Tombstone pizzas.
Oh my gosh!
And like the Tombstone pizzas were already there. All he had to do was walk to the cooler, grab what he needed, put it in. Well, of course, he always took some home with him. So, I mean, we lived off Tombstone pizzas.
Yep.
So for a long time, I didn't know anything other than those. But, dude, there were several nights that pizzas just got left in burnt. I mean, just Frisbee discs. We used them for Frisbee golf the next day. I mean, it was just terrible, man. Yeah, it was bad timings. Bad times. So.
Yeah, you can't beat those. I when I discovered the Totino's pizza, that's really when my life changed. The old dollar Totino's, man. Oh.
Now, let me ask you this: like, did y'all ever go to school where you didn't have the milk cartons? You had the pouch of milk.
No.
Never seen those. So I go to school to eat. I didn't have them either. So I go to school to eat lunch with Mackenzie one day for whatever daddy daughter lunch or something. And like I'm walking through the line with her, and we have to eat the same crap they did, right? So and they throw this like pouch.
Can I get 3 of these on my tray?
Yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am. You only gave me one little barbecue rib.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you meant to hand me that bucket.
Yeah. The worst was always when you had to go eat Thanksgiving lunch with them. They come up with, I guess it was some kind of turkey, looked like a flap of turkey covered in horrendous gravy over these mashed potatoes that you could sculpt into marble. It was horrendous. But
as you get older, you realize Thanksgiving dinner at school was them just making a whole shitload of banquet dinners, little turkey ones, and throwing it into different trays.
Yeah.
I'm like, when I got old enough, I bought my first time I was like, I don't remember if they were work or what, but bought those banquet dinner things. And I remember thinking that when I opened it, I'm like, this is the same shit they served at school on Thanksgiving, like sliced turkey shit. Anyway, sorry, Ray, go ahead.
No, it's like, but they handed me a pouch of milk. And like I sit down at the table and I'm I'm 30-something years old at this point, looking around at all these like 6-year-olds going, how the hell do I open this? And
I'm dying of thirst here.
Look, and then so you lift it up and there was a straw on the bottom of it, and you just take it and poke it in. And I'm thinking,
like a Capri Sun.
No, but it was flat. Like the pouch was flat. Like, and you stuck it in the top of the flat, not like a Capri Sun where you could stand it up.
Well, that's weird.
Let me find that shit on it.
Flat like a donut? Like, well, I guess donuts are.
Well, I mean, this.
Well, like a Long John.
What's a Long John? I mean, that's what I wear.
You don't know what a Long John is?
No.
Really? Is that a Midwestern thing?
I don't know.
Son of a bitch! I don't want any more friends on the East or West Coast. This is ridiculous. Y'all don't know what a Long John is? It's a shit. I can't. If Amanda's still watching, she's going to correct me anyway. So maybe I should save the talk of it. But I don't know. A Long John is it's the same as a donut. It's a pastry, but rather than your round circle, it's just oh my God.
What
that
the
is
world?
It's a pouch of milk, and you stuck your straw
in through, so you could see the milk.
Yeah, you could see it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But you stuck it, and I'm thinking to myself, you can't pick the bastard up without squeezing it all over the place.
Search. Okay, we see this.
Yeah.
The search for Long John. Don't leave this.
Long John.
Long John. Well, Long John donut. Long John donut, dude. Don't do that shit. We pretend this is a family show. Yeah. See, you guys have never had
that?
Eclair. Yeah.
It's an eclair.
That's an eclair, yeah.
Oh, that's what an eclair is?
Yes.
That's what I've always called an eclair.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
Do you guys do eclairs have filling in them or not have filling in them?
Yeah, with filling or without filling.
Those are fucking Long Johns. It even says so on Google, and Google's never wrong.
That Long John don't. Here's Long Johns.
No, don't do that. That's underwear.
That's underwear.
Yeah, but how do you say Long John plural?
My buddy.
You talk about the donut and say Long John plural without just putting an S on it.
That's a comment.
That's exactly right.
How to open it up.
That's the highlight. Hey, check on that gal in the red over there, would you? I'd like to see whether I need to buy these Long Johns for Amanda. Yep. Looks like I do.
Wow. All right.
Amanda, you go ahead and order those because Andy's not going to. But that's
what she ain't gonna order them.
That's what he wants to give you for
Merry Christmas, honey. Wait, what's the gal in the cowboy hat over there on the Amazon ad?
The one on the swing is the one he wants you to order.
Yeah. So the neat thing about about the internet is this whole fucking search history thing.
And the people that listen podcasts later is going to be like, what the fuck?
Oh.
Yeah, you'll have to
And
watch.
this show is getting deleted shortly. I'm looking at the guy on that, and I look over to the further side of the screen. I'm like, oh shit, what's he shopping for on Amazon?
Amanda says she's just rolling her eyes.
Are you not entertained, Amanda?
Yeah, are you not entertained? No, anyway, those are Long Johns, and those are amazing.
Okay, yeah, they're eclairs, but
They're eclairs, yeah.
we'll call them what they are.
We're gonna have to run a poll on this, and let's ask how many people are watching. Let's find out.
Ask them. Ask the crowd. I think.
Well, I
it's
know
an
there's
eclair.
at least
All
two Midwesterners in here that are gonna say
All
they're
right.
Long Johns because that's
Everybody
what
that's
they are.
listening, all thousands of you across the internet, is it a Long John or an eclair?
I think it's an eclair.
I say Claire. I mean, is it Long John? Is that a company that makes them?
No.
No, it's just
No,
what
nobody
they're
stakes
called.
claim. There's nobody that stakes claim to the eclair. The eclair is what it is. I mean, that's
Damn it, Randy.
Yeah.
Let me do some searching here.
We
I'm
should
gonna
say,
do-
hey, Randy, by the way, I'll say hi to you, but it's a Long John. So Randy must be an East Coast guy because there's Midwestern people. We got two Midwestern people that say Long Johns.
You just paid.
So I don't know. Well,
Okay.
I married one of them.
Here we go.
And I
An
do.
eclair-
The other one.
An eclair is a French long pastry, usually iced with chocolate and filled with white cream. It's made of non-yeast leavened dough called in French faux a show. I can't speak French.
Yeah, apparently not.
The Long John, on the other hand, is a long donut made of yeast dough and fried.
So they're not
What's the
eclairs.
difference?
So they're not eclairs. Well, one's made
They're Long
with
Johns.
a yeast leavened dough, meaning that it rises and you bake it. And the Long John is made out
Deep
of
fried, like a donut.
Yeah, yeast dough and fried.
So is this the
Tomato
point where we say the Midwest was right again?
No, because
That's the part of being from Iowa. We even voted for the right presidential candidate.
1, 2. So did North Carolina. 1, 2. No, we didn't actually. I can't fucking remember. I can't keep up with it. Elizabeth says a donut. She don't know what y'all talking about. But
Well,
it
listen, for the people who voted donut, they were right.
says the
Or
guy who
voted
can't-
Long John.
says the guy who can't shave.
I tell you, I don't know what it
I
is,
love it.
Brandon, but you have been on a whipping post streak. We've got to
It
get
does.
that. We've got to get your curse broken right now.
I know it feels. I don't know how I got here. I really don't. I need to go back and look and see what I did. But it feels.
Yeah. I don't really know either. The only thing I can think about is, this one time where we had some important shit going down for a new company, and we set up a conference call.
I was
Yeah.
on vacation when you told me, and then I marked it down incorrectly, and that's why again we have set diver standard time.
Yes,
that
but see, now here's the
everything-
thing: when you may have been on vacation, but we actually moved the time because that's when it worked for your schedule.
You might have.
So yeah, and I have the emails. I don't delete emails. So
So this is what happens.
yeah.
First of all, this is what happens when you're late. Okay, so I wanted all our fans, all thousands of them across the nation and across the internet, to know that we were going on an hour early, right? So I just put this post up, and I always use a good picture for reference, and it says join us at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, DST, which is Diver Standard Time. We're getting started an hour early. Well, these guys know you well, and this one says Divers on Shreveport time. So, I mean, evidently, it's not a new occurrence.
That means I'm always behind, is what that means. Shreveport time means we're a little slow. So
got it.
Well,
Hey,
when I moved up
Listen.
here, and I was like, man, we move quick up here. So
he made it till 6:01.
yeah,
And once again, I
7:01.
think the reason we moved to 6 o'clock was on your request.
Dude,
well,
so
you gotta
I couldn't find.
I mean,
these
I'm
things.
good with
I was
6
off
o'clock,
Site
but-
last week. There's a lot going on. All right,
Did you take all your equipment last week?
all my equipment. I took my
Lean back
computer.
over. I've never seen the door open. Let's see
My
what you got
microphone.
behind you there.
The door's always been open. So
Really?
that's all the stuff my wife didn't put back in the downstairs storage that I'm going to have to.
See, that's where you're incorrect. It's not that your wife didn't put it back. She placed it there
Is that your porn star resume?
Kevin's jumping on you
You know,
now.
I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
Well,
so now that
everybody's
we're
got
on
to
a
be somebody. Might as well
what
be
train
that
of
guy.
thought?
Huh?
Anyway, I don't even. Our train of thought is like my brain is all day at work.
Bird.
Yeah, we
Just-
haven't stuck to anything at all.
No, I don't think and I couldn't tell you how many episodes of this we've done, but I probably could go back and listen. I don't think we stepped to a topic on any of it until we get into
We
NASCAR.
started with it the first time that we did. We started with it. We had a whole thing.
Oh yeah,
where
we
he's
had a
like-
plan.
Yeah, he's like, all right, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. And then we ended up just talking about NASCAR.
What's up, JC?
What's up, buddy? We ended up just talking about NASCAR the whole time. And then he's like, we can't just talk about NASCAR the whole time. We got to talk about other
I
things.
did say that.
Yeah,
I did say
You
that.
were. You I mean, you had like a
I mean,
little
we could be a
bitty freak
NASCAR
out.
podcast, but-
and that's fine.
then we couldn't talk about iRacing because it's not NASCAR.
Well, that's different. That's a
How
lifestyle.
dare
Racing is a lifestyle.
Yeah, I think in the beginning we
I was losing my shit earlier when Andy got
Dude, Ray's ass. We get on there, and Mikey was still here. We're watching this, and we're in the back room, and we're watching Ray race on the stage, and he's just going around slow as all head. Yeah, there you go, Molnix.
Molnix says I was going to bed, but then I decided to watch.
Well, the good news is you can listen anytime, but it's more fun to watch and see how dumb we actually are. But so anyway, Ray's going around the track slow as hell. We can't figure out what he's doing. He finally brings me in. Me and Mike are asking, and he's like, "No, I'm recording." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "This guy, whenever a caution comes out, runs around and slams into people. So I'm recording him to turn him into iRacing to make it to where he can't go and smash into people or gets kicked out." I mean, what happens, Ray? What's the penalty?
Well, I mean, so here's the deal, right? So, I mean, it's a self-policing community, right? Because, I mean, here, if you're really racing, let's face it, if I go out there and I tear some guy's shit up at a racetrack, he's
gonna
probably
punch you in the mouth.
You're going to get punched in the mouth. It's going to cost me money to fix my shit. It's going to cost him money to fix his shit. So that's why you see it, but you don't. What are you doing, fucking diver?
I think he's being used, scolding. I know that. I know that face and that point. I've had that
but
shit a
here's the
lot.
thing: these guys do this shit and talk this shit, but both of them are like, "Hey, man, what do I need to get in iRacing? Is this computer going to work? Is
all
this
my shit's
racing wheel
ordered."
gonna work?"
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. I was in Best Buy the other day, like, hey, what do you think about this one?
Have
But,
you ordered your shit yet, divers?
And I was like, no, I'm still working on the approval process with my wife.
Yeah, so I'm worried now. If we get into this and we crash him one time and he feels like bitching about it, he's going to report us to iRacing.
no.
And now I know how much money
No,
these
no,
cost.
No.
You kidding me?
There's a difference.
Divers. I'm talking about divers. He's going to be every single time. He's going to be
protesting
absolutely.
us.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
should take.
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
He's like, I
Andy,
can win our
that
league,
guy,
the three of
you
us.
should
if they're
take his
kicked out.
license. He can't even drive in real life. You should absolutely take it.
So anyway, because you don't have that piece, like if I wreck the fucking car on the computer, I hit a button, I get a new car. So there's not, especially in like hosted races, but official races, and I'm not going to get into all the details because we're going to start dropping fucking viewers like crazy. But you get in these races, and if some guy's just being a dick, just beating everybody, if you get in these races and people start beating on you and just for no reason, like you wrecking you under yellow, just being a dick, just for whatever reason, you can protest them and send it to iRacing, and they will, ban them for a week or, whatever kind of stuff like that. So. But
If I get kicked out of virtual racing, I'm quitting fucking life. That's it.
That's my goal.
Y'all
Buying a
tell
setup
you right
just
now.
to get you kicked out of iRacing.
If I spend
I don't even care about doing it.
$2,000 on all this shit and I get kicked out of iRacing, I am going to end my life. Like, end of story. Like, fuck my life at that point.
Hey,
That is just not
you
right.
can race. Because you
Y'all
can only
remember Scott
race with
Speed,
other
right?
people that have like the same license, right? So like if you've got like a
it depends. So there's different aspects. Like you can race official races, and yes, you have to earn license to race in specific races. But it still doesn't matter, man. You can be in the pros, and you still got people that are dicks. You know what I mean? It's just some people just.
Can you do like buddy races? Can you like
Yeah.
And do
So,
you have
like,
to have
with-
licenses for that?
No, so I can go in and set up a race and say we're going to race late models at Southern National, and I can either set it with a password where only people that have the password can get into it, or I can open it and anybody in the world can get into it.
Because I want it to where Andy can only race go-karts and like he can't get above the go-kart stage.
They don't have go-karts, but we'll use Legends. We'll put them in Legends.
Okay, yeah.
Here's what I'll say, and that's why I never would have been a NASCAR driver. I wouldn't have made it, because if I could get to the bumpers and push people out of the freaking way on the highway, interstate, anything, I would absolutely do it. And Jeb, those guys that we know that race and stuff like that, the reality is having the restraint to lift in that is something I'm not even going to have in iRacing. Yeah. Like if I'm faster into the corner than you and you're kind of in front of me, you're not going to be there for long. Like, I don't know. That's what it is, right? Like, I don't know.
It'll change because when it happens to you, because what happens is you feel that way, right? You're like, I'm just
on from this topic.
Is it what?
We should probably move on from this topic and just say.
No, we're back into iRacing.
No, but what I'm saying, like, so what's going to happen is it's going to happen to you, and it's going to piss you off, and then you start learning the racing and understanding how to, it's fun, man. I enjoy it thoroughly. So
I hope so. I hope I can get a lot of fun out of it.
As I get permission.
Well,
I'm actually just trying to set a train setup back here.
I believe that. It's on that table to your left.
With the controls right there.
Yeah, I got the controls all set up.
I've got a conductor's hat. I've got everything I need except for the train set.
He's buying it piece by piece. Hudson will be going off to college. Hey, son, you want to come play through a train? I just got it finished.
I finally put that train together we got when you were 8.
He's actually got one from his grandfather. It's like an old school Lionel, like legit train. I'm going to put it together down here. And
cool.
It's going to be awesome. Pretty excited.
Are you going to do the whole layout deal or?
I don't know yet. I haven't gotten that far. Just an idea at this point. But, I mean, we do actually
like
have
Christmas
train
cards.
Set. You're going to do Christmas cards? This is the first year in my family's history that we're going to do Christmas cards. Just throwing that out there.
No, we discussed it, but it's probably not going to happen.
If Amanda's still watching, she can tell you whether we did Christmas cards or not. Don't much know.
I'm guessing you did Christmas cards.
I don't know. Did you get one?
Pictures.
I haven't got one yet.
Yeah, if neither of you guys got it and we did do Christmas cards, then I can.
Well,
I
hadn't
can be
got
pissed off
Christmas
when I
cards
go
for
home.
anybody. Yeah.
It's the 3rd.
I guess it is the 3rd. When do you send Christmas cards?
I got a request for my address the other day from someone. I'm thinking Christmas cards coming from.
Yeah.
Huh.
Who asked you?
What?
You mean like out of this group or
it's
address?
It's out of this group. Yeah. Nobody out of this group, but somebody from this group's significant other.
It'd probably be mine. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, well, shit. That's how she's going to have to now.
That's how little faith she has in me to actually ask you and get your address. Send it to her. She would rather, whatever she did, Facebook message you, whatever it was, to get your address rather than just say, she knows. I mean, it's just not a, because
Amanda says,
because we had family pictures taken. That's what I said. We had family pictures. It's exciting. Amanda, can Andy sign each one of those personally?
By hand, personally.
Yeah, I think
I've
he should.
signed a lot.
No, I think he should.
I actually hand sign one of those cards every freaking time we've done. Shit,
No,
it's like 2,500 freaking products we've shipped out, and that was a great idea before we got to 2,500.
Is it?
We were like 115. I was like, this won't be bad. I'll just sign a bunch every day. And now it's like,
so was the
auctioning
pitch.
45 fucking products today?
So
shit.
So was the pitch before you decided to do it every day, right?
Yeah,
So I
the pitch
don't
was
know
tons of
how
fun until it wasn't.
So I don't know how much you guys are into YouTube and watch YouTube people, but there's a guy named Mr. Beast. You ever heard of him?
No.
Okay. Well, he's a young kid from Greenville, North Carolina. He was like one of the first to get into the YouTube deal. He makes millions upon millions of dollars a year just doing stupid YouTube shit. A couple weeks ago, for instance, he
It's like the Sydney guy.
Yeah.
Like this should have gone to bed, guys.
Yeah. That's what we'll be
it.
there. Yeah. So, last week or the week before last, he went to found an empty restaurant in Greenville, leased it, bought a bunch of food, had people go in and cook, and then you just come through there and order food. And he was putting $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 in bags, handing it to people. out there. I mean, he does crap like that all the time. He makes so much money. He does this stupid shit. Like I can't remember, but it was some. He met some goal he met, and he gave one guy like 40 fucking cars. But he had to. He gave him 40 cars, and had like a Tesla. And he said, "Okay, you have to give these 40 cars away in 24 hours to get the Tesla." So he does stuff like that all the time. But like a couple weeks ago.
I'd keep the 40 cars. Maybe I'm
they
selfish.
They were shit cars.
I could just see Andy's wheels in his brain just
I'm
turning.
running the numbers on that shit, and I thought to myself, I'd sell all 40 cars, buy 5 Teslas, and tell him to fucking thanks, like whatever. Guess I outsmarted you on that.
What's up,
oh,
bud?
yeah.
What's
Hudson's
up,
back
buddy?
with the jammies.
How you doing?
Good.
You want
Hi,
to tell
Hudson.
everybody you're going to give them something?
Gonna give you something really nice for Christmas.
Very nice. Very
Awesome.
Good, buddy.
Very
Atta
nice.
boy. All right. Love you.
Love you too.
You going to look at Christmas lights?
Not quite yet. Mine got to put up today.
Okay, that's cool. All right, sounds good. Yeah, so
Nice.
he loves the part from Christmas Vacation where goes and he goes something real nice.
And get yourself something real nice.
Real nice.
He's been practicing that nonstop
Nice.
for the last week and a half.
That's
Good.
Molly's favorite Christmas movie of all time.
I
That
think it's
and
everybody's
Home Alone.
favorite.
Home Alone gets played at my house once a day at least.
Dude,
and the
we've
Grinch.
watched Home Alone 7 times already since Monday.
Yeah. It just that's another thing that I get so pissed off about, Chris. Every time you watch like Christmas and Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, the only movie that is played in my house is The Christmas Story.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
how
see,
many
I'll
times
watch
can-
Christmas Vacation
Everybody.
like
Oh,
2
yeah.
times or whatever. And there's
Yeah.
several funny parts in that, but when he's sitting up in the attic after he breaks through, puts his hands there for the warmth, and then sits on the door and they pull it down. Like, dude, I could watch that 5 minutes and die over it. I always sign his name on stuff. You think he'd start to work. Shit, I gave up worrying a long time ago. So they say on the bank, like when I set up, we just moved all of our accounts to a new bank and blah, blah, blah for all the businesses and everything else. And every time I have to set up an account, they always ask that question. You go through your accounting stuff and they're, I say, well, Amanda does. It's my wife, blah, blah, blah. And they always ask, would you like to put her on the account? And I'm like, no reason to. She signs my name more than I do. So like, sure, throw her on the account. I don't really I could care less. I don't even know half of the stuff. It's great. I'm like, I've wondered for almost a year now how any bills get paid here. Cause I'm like, son of a bitch. Like I thought I had to sign checks, but whatever. And turns out they're all getting paid. She just does it without me. And that's perfect. It's good by me.
Just as long as you sign the cards that go out.
Yeah. And then I do that shit because I've got tons of free time, and Mikey is such a sweetheart about it because they're in packs of like 500. Look. So this is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So it's packs of like 500 of these things. And as soon as they get low up there, Mike will just proudly walk down and just go, bam, throw two huge stacks. And he's like, I've got 12 left. We've got 20 products tomorrow. I'm like, God dang it, So it's one of those, again, if you just sign 5 minutes every day, you'd be fine. But that whole thing of signing autographs when you thought you were going to be famous as a kid, it was real appealing and all of that stuff. Then you try to make something a little bit personal out of all this. And you're like, God dang it, this is the most miserable thing. But I still think it's cool to do.
I saved my little thing that you sent to me just in case you ever get the favor.
And the only thing I've ever signed for Jeb, he threw away. So
But
that's where you know you got real
he
friends.
didn't throw it away.
I'm not convinced he threw that thing away.
I
still
believe
got
that
it.
too.
I'll-
He said he threw it away.
Next time I see Brandy, I'm gonna ask her. Like,
Yeah.
hey, Brandy,
Yeah, I agree.
give us.
I don't know. He may have thrown it away.
Nah,
I
he
mean,
didn't.
in all honesty.
He
All
didn't.
right. So one of you guys
I'd
got to
say
tell everybody what
50-50.
we're talking about.
So for Jeb's wedding, we all went down and had a great time with him, and we all we joke all the time about different race car drivers, and Alsco being a major sponsor in the sport seemed to always sponsor other drivers versus Jeb as far as full
Never heard of him. Is it a big company?
yeah never heard of him. So Tyler Reddick drove the 2 car for RCR, and they had a Alsco Alsco diecast made up. So we we all signed a good Tyler Reddick Alsco diecast, and the morning after Jeb's wedding, everybody's hung over. Jeb and Brandy are down sitting eating breakfast with their friends and family. Jeff Burton and Ward and Tabitha, everybody's sitting around just having a good breakfast, just reminiscing in the weekend and how great of a weekend it was. And here we go handing them a gift.
We hand him a gift.
We hand him a Tyler.
Something really nice for you.
Yeah. This is from the boys, the group. That this is from the pack. We want to make sure you remember us, and we remember this day with you. And he unwraps it, and it's a Tyler Reddick car signed ball. The look on his face, like if he could have got away with throwing that thing across the camera.
I think he would have.
I mean, Jeb's whole family's in racing, right? I mean, Harrison and all these guys are sitting around, and I mean, it's just priceless. It was.
Well, that was. And so when we were in that,
we're assholes, is what it boils down.
Yeah, and we had a bunch of fun, and where that kind of part of it started, where Jeb's always been on me about the Tyler Reddick thing, was when we were at Texas.
Yeah, that's right.
We were at Texas in the suite, and Tyler Reddick came up to the suite, and Amanda's into all these pictures, thing and stuff. And listen, he was running the 2 Alsco car. We were guests of the company and stuff while we were up there, and having just a blast. And so he came in to talk to everybody, and hey, if he would have won, that was the group we were with, we were going to Victory Lane. And all I did was send a picture and said, gonna be celebrating in Victory Lane with this guy tonight.
And Jeb was running the race as well. Just let's put that out there.
And Jeb was in the race as well as a good friend of ours. And I sent it, and usually I just send stuff to 6, 8, 10 people. And for whatever reason, the one time and 1,000 times, I actually clicked the story thing on Snapchat, and I sent it out. And, we're doing this stuff. Jeb's down getting dressed, getting ready for the race and all of that stuff. And I get a Snapchat back of his car, and it says something like, seriously, see how it is. And I'm like, no shit. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I didn't mean to send that to you, boss, but it is what it is at this point, So, and I think it was the first thing he said to me when he came into the suite the next day or that night or whatever it was.
Yeah,
it's a little blurry for me.
Because Reddick tore that car up, didn't he?
Oh yeah, like 10, 12 to go or something.
I think that was what he said. He's like, so how'd that Reddick thing work out for you or something?
Yeah, how was that Victory Lane trip with Reddick? Like,
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
A little emoji with like the cowboy hat guy with the expletives coming out of his mouth.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, he was pretty tickled about that, to be honest.
Yeah, tickled is an interesting word.
Yeah, tickled is a different word than what I would use, but whatever.
Yeah, it was still fun.
But that's the fun part. I mean, just like we were talking earlier, I mean, we've been beating on divers for the last 2 weeks, just whooping his ass over stuff, and that's what we do. So
I honestly am kind of hoping it's not my turn next. Oh shit! Weren't we supposed to have Amanda on this show tonight?
Yes, we were.
Yeah, so yeah.
I just realized that we'll have to push that back until like after Christmas or something.
Oh, great! Yeah.
I was just thinking if we got to pick on somebody, I'm gonna have to. Well, and I don't want to bring Amanda in because she'll give y'all advice or ideas or thoughts. I don't need any more of that shit. So,
in all honesty,
we're gonna need a co-host.
Can she send that recipe for the chocolatey
Scotcheroos?
Scotcheroos, yeah.
Scotcheroos.
Yeah, we talked about those at one point. I didn't know what they were, and I'm sure we touched on it, but those things are absolutely delicious.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
If that's an Iowa thing, I don't.
I just can't believe that you guys on the East Coast haven't heard of Scotcheroo stuff.
No,
I mean,
no, those are delicious. Holy cow!
Say Molly wants Amanda Wikers too. Just
on the show, yeah. Well, hey, I don't run this show. You'd have to talk to our producer. He's in the next room, Molly.
I'm sorry. Let me call Amanda up because I know you're so far from her on a daily basis.
I am. It's her office. Clear back here.
Send it. Text her the link.
You don't have to like share it with the world unless you want to. It's fine. Just shoot me a text.
Look who it is, boys. It's our boy Blue.
Oh, your boy Blue is up.
Blue, what's up, Blue?
What's going on, Blue?
That's who we need up here as a guest one night.
Oh,
I agree.
We need to. So, I mean, just the wisdom.
So he can tell us all the lesbian and gay communities across Florida. Like he was doing the landscaping and shit there or something. I have no idea, but he knew them all. inside and out.
The
Safest communities.
The safest LGBTQ communities in the country, which is great.
Yeah,
I mean, I have no problem with that, but I just
Yeah.
didn't expect my boy Blue to be able to carry a conversation about what areas are safest. But,
Yeah, I
Turns
don't know how
out
we got
after
on
we
that,
found
but-
out, if Blue, how the hell did we get? That's when that crazy ass lady came and sat down with us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're saying we were talking, and I mean, we're like, look, this is what it was.
We swear.
Yeah, 1 o'clock in the morning. We don't have the cleanest mouths during the middle of the day. Wait till we drink a while, and
Where were we at?
at Bristol.
Right in the middle of in Bristol, right in the middle of the courtyard there.
Yeah, middle courtyard, sitting around the fire.
It was us sitting around the fire. It was five
Yeah.
of us,
Yeah.
five or six of us.
Just dudes, nobody else out there, and we were talking, and we were probably
When
carrying
was
on-
this?
Bristol.
I'm sorry. I know I'm trying to stay with you, but I'm thinking here because
Friday night.
Blue was at Bristol.
Yeah. Remember, he was there Friday night, had something come up, he had to leave
Yeah, I had to leave.
Saturday. But it was
Wasn't
Friday
Brock
night.
at Bristol?
Yeah.
Yes.
And my
Brock was there
cousin Eric was
Okay. All right. Now, okay,
Yeah.
I'm back. Sorry. Yeah, I got it. This is where we went to the golf shop.
Good gracious alive.
Sorry.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
When
we
did
went
go
to
to a golf shop.
Yeah. Me and
we went the
Diver
next
did.
morning.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm back.
This was the
Sorry.
night before.
I was trying to figure it out. Got it.
No, so we're sitting there having just being guys, talking, running our mouth, and out of nowhere, out of the dark corners of this courtyard, don't worry about me. I'm fine, fellas. You know, we're like, what?
She's
the
like,
hell?
"Don't worry about me. I'm not a PR person. I'm not reporting any of this or something."
Yeah,
And we're
or
like,
something what?
what the hell are you talking about? I don't give a shit if you're a PR person or not.
Then she comes and decides to just have a seat. Let's start talking. You know, and her and Blue started having a conversation about the safety.
Yeah.
We left old Blue out there too.
Yeah, no,
Walking
yeah,
her dog.
Yeah.
That's right.
She had her dog out, was sitting there, and all we did was say, "Oh, sorry, didn't even know you were there." And she was like, "Was that an invite?"
yeah. We were. Oh,
Have a seat.
Oh,
Would
I've
you
just
like a
got
beer?
my glass of wine, and then it's like, anytime she was not involved in the conversation, y'all remember when she's like, "Don't make fun of me for doing this," and she like poured her beer into her freaking wine glass,
Yeah.
and we're all like, "We
We
all
were
forgot
talking-
you were here."
We were talking about the wings we ate like 3 hours earlier. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like, I think she's confused with something here.
Yeah.
oh,
Okay, yeah, that was
that was interesting to say the
that
least.
was an interesting lady.
But the conversation just went south anyway. But
This one or that one?
well, this one and that one.
God, it's a good thing we write out the plan for this show because it'd be a shit show without one.
See, he always goes back to that. I'm glad we got a plan for this show, but he was the one who was like, "Fuck the plan."
No,
Throw it
I
out
don't
the
want
window.
a plan for
We're
the
too
show.
scripted. Let's
Let's
just
just let
wing
it go.
it.
I did, and hey, I tell you what, I'm having more fun doing it.
If anybody's listening,
Our viewership went up by like 3, so yeah, a multiple of 3.
We're passing pitch numbers as we
yeah.
speak, right?
Yes,
now.
absolutely. Yeah, you're exactly right. That's the only thing behind it. You watch the pitch, you're like, why am I doing this? There's 5 people. And then you look at it the next morning, you're like, well, shit, like 500-600 people watch this damn thing. You know, maybe there are people paying attention. And then you start looking at the auctions and you're like, let's see what happens if we go a weekend without the pitch. And you're like, numbers didn't change. And then you're like starting putting it together. You're like, well, if I'm just doing the pitch for fun and now I should have gone to bed, I should maybe do it once a week rather than every freaking day. But yeah, we have surpassed pitch numbers.
It's a sound plan.
hey, you know,
I agree.
Do what
All right,
you
Ray, what's the next topic?
shit about it.
do.
I'm scared I'm gonna get chastised for planning.
Oh, don't get
You
me
can plan.
started on
we need
getting made
we
fun
should do
of.
some
Every time
segments.
I open my mouth, I get made fun of. I agree. I was
Is
thinking
that
earlier,
our fault?
we should do some. No, probably not.
We should
Probably
just
not.
what we should do is listen to in other podcasts and anybody who has a segment that's relatively fun. We should just start doing it.
And do their segment. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
We're
saying.
just-
Like Door Bumper Clear does the spot on, spot off, right?
Yeah.
Like we could come up with questions, and that's the only podcast I know. Thanks, Ray, for hooking me up with that because now I like listening to it, and they're going to be gone now. But anyway, yeah, we could do like spot on, spot off. We could just rip off other podcasts. Isn't that what you should do?
I like the Kimmel thing where they not the Kimmel, the Fallon thing where they do like stupid like news stories, like really dumb news. I knew as soon as I started talking that you guys were gonna be like, "What are you talking about?"
I know what a stupid news story is.
Dude,
I read them on the
you're scaring
Onion.
the crap out of me. What's up?
Like you don't see him come in. Like it,
Yeah, we
all
can
of a
see
sudden
him.
Okay, that sounds great. All right, you guys be safe, okay? All right. Keep the change.
This moment brought to you, you filthy animal. This moment brought to you by Divers Gated Communities Christmas Show.
Well, so I can't see him out of my.
Wow, that registration was slow.
Well, there is one house, and if you go at like 9:30 on the 30s, you get the show, and so everybody sits there. They turn the lights off, and it's. Dun, 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 dun. I would do that if it didn't cost so much money, but it does.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Not a chance.
I think we could raise money for you to do it. Is what we should do. We should raise money.
I'll match it to not do it.
Should we not?
That's it. Like once it comes to charity, I'm all fucking for it. Raise $1,000, I'll match it so I don't have to put Christmas lights up because I save a shitload.
And he's gonna match it to not do it. Then we're gonna donate it all to charity. That's
I'd be fine with that. You tell me right now that if you had to put Christmas lights up on your house and somebody said, "I'll do it for you for $1,000," you wouldn't be running to the fucking safe to grab out money or something like, "Here you go."
Now I will say, like,
whatever she wants, do it.
I would pay so much money to not do it.
Yeah,
I believe it was the first year we lived in the house we currently live in. I think I actually came home early one day and went and bought a bunch of lights and like decorated the house because Molly loves it. I mean, and I she puts up with my shit all year round. And, then I want to rain on a parade during Christmas too. But that was probably like she got out and was so super happy. And I hadn't done it since. I probably should. It's like, yeah.
You set that bar high early.
Yeah.
That's one of those things when you need the official get out of jail free card.
You remember that?
She's like, Ray, why in the fuck are you hanging the Christmas lights up in April? And you're like, this is the one thing I knew you would stop being mad about. I'm preparing for Christmas, babe. I want as soon as we're clearing plates from Thanksgiving, you turn these lights on. We're gonna be good to go.
And we're gonna buy the tree the day before Christmas.
Oh yeah, going out now.
That's not the real Ray though. We know the real.
It's tough.
Look, I've tried.
Ray.
I have tried to change my attitude. I just have a piss poor attitude about Christmas. Other than when it comes, I just do. I don't know. It just because to me,
because you've always got less presents.
It's not that. I mean, it's just the whole thing of it's like to me, Christmas should be about like spending time with your family. Just enjoying each other, all that kind of stuff. And it's not. It's about buying who gifts, and we got to get this person something because we're going here, and we got to get, I don't want to have to get anybody anything. Yeah. Right?
Hey, by the way, guys, are we going to do the gift exchange amongst us this year? Like the three of us, now that I know Ray's opinion on Christmas gifts, I thought
we were doing it. I thought it was $100 minimum. Is what I thought.
For Ray, we'll just do it as his fucking birthday present.
No, you just do it. You do like, here's your birthday
and Christmas.
Yeah, just wrap it all.
We can gift wrap it up together.
I swear,
I think we could get him to decorate his house next year if we both send him a birthday present and a Christmas present. He'll love it. He'll be like, "This is the greatest thing ever."
That's fantastic. What a great idea.
What were you gonna say, Ray?
So one year, I remember this vividly, and this was really the only one I remember. Like, I'm trying to remember.
Are you looking for sunglasses?
I'm looking for
looking for long johns.
No.
Look at his face light up, man! Like, holy shit, it's daylight in North Carolina already.
No, I'm looking
at the TikTok light came on.
So there was this toy. Like, I can't remember how old I was, but it was basically there was a motorized section of this truck, and you bought cars to go along with it. It wasn't a train, but it would actually crawl up. It would actually crawl up walls and crawl over shit and all this kind of stuff, right? So one year for my birthday, like I opened up this car to that truck, which was really cool, except I didn't have the engine. I had nothing. And my aunt goes, "This is your birthday and Christmas," and I'm like, "The fuck am I going to do with?" So then in my head, I'm thinking, "Oh, she done fucked up. Mama and Daddy got me the other piece of no."
So you just got one of the. You got like the caboose on the train.
Yeah,
You didn't get the rest of
I
it.
got
That's
a part
like-
that
it's
did absolutely nothing.
That's
Like
awesome.
getting Mortal Kombat without the Nintendo
Genesis.
to play it on.
Or it's like getting like when you get a Xbox or something with no games, right?
Yeah,
You just-
exactly right. Yeah. So when you guys were kids, did your mom and dad have like a list, like where they wrote out all the Christmas presents that they purchased and stuff like that, so they knew what was in packages or anything, or is that a weird thing my family did?
No,
Oh.
no, mine didn't. Actually, I like a couple years ago, my mom's like, she gives me this she wraps everything in the same paper every year. Every year has a different theme. Well, this particular year, there was all this stuff wrapped in the same paper, and then there was this one gift that was in different paper. And I don't care. I don't ever look at it. I didn't even think about it until she brought it up. And she's like, so that was actually a gift from last Christmas that I had forgotten about."
Oh yeah.
What? What do you mean you forgot about it? She's like, I put it somewhere and I forgot about it. So yeah, that was from last Christmas. I was like, what? Yeah, it's from Clark Griswold, man.
Yeah. Exactly right.
This fucking Blue got a package for you too, buddy.
Freaking Blue.
Look, see,
Oh.
here it comes now. Molly's on. She's on board.
That guy with his arm around you in that picture, are you kidding me? He's a Grinch.
Yeah, that's what
I
they say.
disagree.
That's what.
How
they
long
say.
ago was that picture, by the way? Because your beard looked a little less
Yeah, a
white.
lot longer there.
That was that would have been last probably June, July.
So a year
Damn,
and a
you've
half
been
ago?
stressed out.
Oh yeah,
no
I
kidding.
no shit. Yeah, I met y'all boys.
Yeah, that's the picture taken right before I met you two. You know, when I was happily married and all this other shit was going right for me. And then we started a podcast to
Were you
Yeah.
hand signing cards and doing the pitch? And
Yeah, it was before,
yeah,
you
back in the
Yeah.
good old days.
know, good old
Yeah.
days.
A couple weeks ago.
No, but I mean, I just like Christmas to me should be about more family than running. And I'm not sitting here saying Christmas is too commercialized. I mean, that's everything, right? It's just more about
Valentine's Day is commercialized.
like, yeah, like you
Don't
know,
get me
like
started on Valentine's Day.
like okay, just for instance, right? Christmas Eve, right? I got to go. We go to my mom's family, and then we go to Molly's mom's family, and it just feels like we're rushed at both places, and then we got to rush home to get the girls to bed so Santa Claus can come, and this, it's just too much. I mean, honestly, I get stressed out too around Christmas because I can't. I'm cheap. I don't like to spend money. That's part of it.
The truth shall set you free.
Yeah, exactly right.
To a certain extent. Well, here's the other thing too, right? And I'm probably some of my family's probably gonna cuss me out when they hear this, but like my family's huge, and we always buy, like the rule has always been we buy a gift for every kid in the family, right? I mean, and that number is in the 20s, dog.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's rough.
I mean and that's just my side of the family.
Yeah.
That doesn't count Molly's side. So, but I've always been like, look, I mean, I honestly, it's not about the money, but what happens is you put a $10, $15 limit on it. What can you really get that a kid's going to enjoy? 10 to 15 bucks, right?
Have you seen,
I've been trying for years. It's like, look, put a $75, $100 limit on it, and let's draw names. I mean, I would
get them
much
something
rather-
good.
Yeah, I'd much rather be able to walk into my nephew's house and be like, "Here, bro, look at this awesome RC truck." Than here's a Matchbox car, dude. You know? What I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. You sit
you
down
ever
and when you're going through Christmas lists, or you go to pick something up for somebody for Christmas in that category, when you have a $10 or $15 limit, you walk in, you're like, "Can you point me towards the clearance section?" You can't buy a toy for $10 anymore. I'm like, what the hell?
Or you buy,
You ever
like
seen,
you go in there and get the $10 Barbie dolls, the ones from the Family Dollar or whatever, and they pull it out the pack, the fucking head shoots across the room.
This isn't a real Barbie. You're like, well, you know what? It was a real $10 bill, you little bitch. See what you get next year for Christmas.
It's Christmas in Iowa, folks.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, and I have discussions like this all the time about why I don't like Christmas. And the whole time I'm saying, and I'm like, in my head, I'm going, you're just a fucking asshole. It's simple as that. You're a piece of shit. Change your way. And I have tried. Like, I've tried to, like, all right, this year I'm going to be there. But then something always fucking happens.
Have you seen, you guys ever seen Four Christmases with Vince Vaughn?
Oh, yeah.
And, my favorite part of that is when they go over to his dad's house the first time and they get him an Xbox, right? And Tim McGraw turns around and goes, how'd you find an Xbox for under $10?
Are you trying to show off? You trying to show up, Mr. Big Shot?
Next kid opens a flashlight.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
When he gets nervous, he tends to streak him. It's a great movie. I love that movie.
Vince Vaughn's just great anyway. I mean, every movie he's in is awesome. But like Fred, Fred when he's Fred Claus, Santa Claus's brother.
Oh yeah.
I gotta watch some movies.
You ain't watched none of these movies?
You don't watch movies in Iowa? They get Netflix up there?
Oh, Blue.
Oh.
I told you, we got to get Blue on this bitch. He might be the fourth guy. He might be a fourth guy. We might open this up to 4 guys because he would be going.
Blue, man.
Blue says Molly Meth and Kenny Kilo come with live action cooking spoon and 86 cents. That's some of that your mom and them shit from Tennessee, ain't it?
Hey, mom and them.
How you mama them?
We're in Bristol going from the hotel to the racetrack, and we're all in Divers is driving. And Jeb, we're following Jeb, right? Wasn't that it? We were following Jeb, and of course, we were like, "Oh, Jeb's gonna try to beat us. We got to race him. This, that, the other." And Brian just goes,
Scariest 7-minute ride of my fucking life.
Brian goes, don't worry about it if you get pulled over. He said, I just used the Tennessee stuff on one. We were like, what the fuck? He said, all you got to do is go, hey, bud, how you mom them?
Oh, yeah.
He said, they'll know you from Tennessee and let you go. Don't worry about it.
That's a damn truth.
Exactly.
Hey, your mama did that.
How you mom them? Oh, God. Molly Beth and Kenny Kilo. You all right there, Divers?
Yeah. Can you screenshot that face for me? I think I just got their Christmas card.
that'll be the
You got your
thumbnail.
weenie dog back there?
Oh yeah, if I'm in a room, she's in a room.
Man, oh man.
I think your headset's on backwards there, Harry.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you get the mic reverse.
This motherfucker says he never met a brother that wasn't a cousin.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Ray's gonna lose his shit.
I will say this, and he is one of the funniest fuckers you've ever been around. Well, y'all guys know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, always just saying some shit. I mean, who else can sit there and carry on a conversation about the hollers of Tennessee and then jump right next to the conversation of the safest LGBTQ communities in the world country?
Because I was just thinking back to the fact that Bristol, that's where we had the damn cooler with the speakers in it.
Yeah, no kidding.
And we sat around that freaking campfire in like the what do you guys call that?
Andy just called up, Ray. He's got it.
As we were talking about shit was sitting there with Blue, I just all of a sudden I pictured where we were sitting.
Fire.
I got it now. Yeah. How did we not get thrown out of that place?
Because there was nobody else there.
Yeah, nobody else there. Yeah. That's typical.
That's COVID.
That's one reason we choose that place to stay. It's far enough from Bristol. You don't have to deal with the. You know, a lot of teams stay there too. So, but it's good times. Good times. So,
man.
Yep.
So what else is out there?
Not a whole lot.
We've bashed Christmas.
Yeah. Anything else we want to talk shit
Bashed
about?
this.
Yeah.
I mean, has anybody pissed their wife off yet?
Oh,
we haven't got to that stage yet. So, like,
at the moment, I'm good.
Yeah.
And it's not looking at Christmas lights with the kids.
Molly is
perfect.
super excited because we started early, so she's hoping to be able to go bed at a decent hour and not have to fall asleep on the couch.
what were you swatting at a fly or what?
No, I was saying she's looking
He was going to
at
John
Christmas
Cena.
lights in my gated community.
Yeah, you can't see me in my gated community.
Yeah, that's true.
No, but she's not mad at me tonight. Actually, she made a nice chicken salad for dinner. So I had a wrap, which was nice. I told you she thawed the pizza.
Yeah, so you're all set up for pizza tonight.
Yeah, so I'm in good shape for Friday. No, everything's pretty good at the Divers household. Amanda, how are things at your place?
Yeah, exactly right. I was taking care of the kids.
I don't take care of the kids while you're
next week I'm gonna stay home and take care of the kids. Y'all can do this.
that might be even better.
Oh yeah,
Andy will show up in about 15 minutes. Amanda out.
Yeah, yeah, this shit ain't happening. She gotta find a different place to do it. She can't use my office.
Don't even log on Facebook. Don't even do it.
Yeah, no, hell no, I wouldn't. Because I'll just be like, oh, great, that's perfect. That's just the shit I need everybody to know about. That'll be good. When's racing coming soon?
Things are great, Brandon, and the chickens are great too.
That's fantastic news. I'm happy to hear that. Are you actually what kind of Christmas presents are you planning for Amanda this year, Andy?
Oh yeah,
did she buy those too? Or?
No, so she sends me links to what she wants, stuff like that. I mean, I can shop. I don't mind it. I like spending money on the internet and stuff like that. Tell you the truth, she got a new 3-wood, 5-wood, and irons in the mail coming in too, and it turns out she's probably buying an iRacing computer for herself.
Surprise.
So yeah, Merry Christmas.
Nah, dude, I didn't told you how to get around that, man. The computer's for both for Farm Simulator.
The what?
Yeah, the computers for both for Farm Simulator, dude.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah,
no, we got a plan for that. Yeah. I showed him that video. He loves it. I can't wait for. I mean, we're gonna build a special room. Probably put a couple checkered flags up. All that stuff we're gonna set up just like the inside of a tractor for him. It's gonna be perfect.
That'd be awesome.
That's the game plan.
It's gonna be like your equivalent to what is it, Fort Cluckingham?
Yeah. Hey, the damn racing computer is cheaper. Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, Amanda, Mike found me the irons and 3 and 5 woods I was looking for. So, surprise! I have to try to check tomorrow.
This is what I love about Andy. So Andy and I are totally different. I found this out through this whole iRacing deal, right? Like if the people I raced with saw my computer, they probably wouldn't let me in the fucking room to race.
You are like the Timmy Hill of iRacing.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not going. So Molly will tell you, if I get into anything, number one, I'm going to know every fucking thing I can about it before I ever take a step in. Right? Oh, wow. I'm going to know, like, I'm going to research as much as I can.
Yeah, I know where this is going now.
Like, so like, and my computer, like, I'm not going to go out and spend, like, me personally, I'm not going to spend out $1,200 for something I don't know that I'm going to enjoy or not. Right?
Well, fuck, the computer's not even the worst part.
I know, right?
I'm building the whole fucking room for it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I literally have my computer right now has a side panel off of it so it can be cool enough to not, like, crash in the middle of a race. Because, like, all I did was took a computer I had around the house, stuck a graphics card in it, and went to racing. And, like, for the first week, I'd be in the middle of, like, racing after a couple hours, and it would crash. And I had no clue why. Oh, God, this is great.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Amanda says, research before buying? What the
time out. Wait, and hang on now, because I feel like I'm getting thrown under the bus on some bullshit. I did my research. I asked my computer iRacing friend here what the best thing, like, what do I need? He sends me a fucking $1,200 computer. That was my research.
I told you you probably had a computer in your office that would run it. And
yeah, but I need these for work.
The guy that sent you a picture of his own iRacing setup and goes, well, now that I see it, it looks like I need to dust out from under there.
Yeah. Hey, in my defense, he told me where to buy my computer before he sent that picture. He's like, go to this custom build guy, highest priced guy in the fucking country, but he can make a computer that sings.
He's got like a Dell that he like jacked from who knows the library, and you like upgraded pretty much, right?
It's a computer that I had at my motorcycle shop it's basically made to work office stuff. Nothing. It did not have a graphics card in it. So
when I know where the $100 check went.
Tell us now that you won the Brewmaster contest. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna get an iRacing card, man.
So
I'm gonna have the best damn graphics in the county.
I literally probably have $500 in my whole setup. Like, because I started, and
There's no judgment here, just so you know.
no, but I'm saying like the wheel,
Yeah.
the same wheel I told
Fuck, I
Andy
wish
to
I
buy
only had
when I
500
ran.
in it.
Just need
But
to
you
dust
could,
it off.
but like we were sitting there talking about the other night, and I was like, dude, you probably got a computer you can run it. Well, can it run 3 screens? I don't know, probably not. To run 3 screens, you're going to have a little bit more because I'm going to do VR eventually, and it's going to cost me about $1,200. But I'm the kind of guy. I'm not going to go out and buy it, and before I even try it.
So the next podcast is going to be Ray doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to be VR. He's actually going to be in the office with me. If y'all see me like this, it's just because I got Ray here.
I'm paying attention. I've got to look.
Yeah, we're listening.
So, but the piece here though is really this computer and setup is going to be for bow and Farm Simulator. You're just taking advantage of it for iRacing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So therefore,
it turns out I have to buy a subscription to iRacing in order to get the Farm Simulator shit. So I might as well try this out for racing. He needed a damn steering wheel
Absolutely.
in order to steer his tractor. He needed a damn gas pedal, and he needed a shifter.
Yep.
Right. And now we need a computer because we already bought all that shit. I ordered that months ago. The first time you were like, hey, you should do iRacing. I was like, sounds fun. Ordered it. Got that piece in. Then I found out I had to buy a new computer. And I'm like, this is getting expensive. And now it's like, well, if I'm going to spend this much money. No, look,
you use it's like buying Microsoft Office. You
just keep telling yourself it's about both.
It's like buying
I'm not
Microsoft
telling myself,
Office.
Amanda. I'm telling everyone.
Nobody uses Publisher, right? You very rarely use PowerPoint. You just get it for Outlook and Excel. All right, but you got to buy Publisher, and it's the same thing. You got to buy the iRacing with the Farm Simulator. Amanda,
Yeah, so yes, thank you, Brandon, for helping defend me on
my
that.
My wife just put up poor Amanda Wikers now,
What?
and she knows like that. That's because I mean she's comparing you somewhat to me. That's bad.
Well, and here's the hardest part is that I dropped the bomb on her of what the iRacing computer was going to cost, and then I've got a good buddy who's been searching for new golf clubs for me because I played 5 rounds of golf last year and thought, hey, this is kind of fun.
That's where I was going. Like you can't just go, oh man, I played golf like 5 times, so I'll just keep borrowing clubs until I'm what I mean.
No,
are
I
you
had clubs from when I was like 18. Oh yeah, I'm buying a golf cart too. Another one I have out there. Yeah, fuck it. It's expensive as hell to rent a golf cart every time you go freaking golfing. It's like $25, and I'm not golfing for the exercise. Like fuck, that's
you
not. You
can't carry your own golf cart to the course.
sure you can.
Oh hell, these little you rent a storage. Costs $150 to store your own golf cart there.
Yep.
$150 a year. My golf cart's there. There's chargers there. Everything's taken care of. So yeah, I'm gonna get a golf cart.
I never got that far into it. I bought clubs to go play with guys I work with because that's what we did. And as soon as I didn't have to play anymore, I didn't play.
So, but the hard part of it was that I think yesterday I let Amanda know, hey, here's the invoice for. Oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna get. But I'm probably gonna split that one in my defense. So,
Amanda just goes, what the hell? Another golf cart?
it'll be fine. I don't buy these aren't those like pimped out cool golf carts. I buy the cheap shit so that if I get drunk and crash it into a lake or something while we're fishing it or while we're golfing, it's not a big deal. Yeah, I've got them in sand traps. I've got all that shit. It's one of those things. But anyway, my point is, if I'm gonna do something that is, I spend a lot of time working, and everybody does. Not everybody. A lot of people don't. But if you're gonna do that, spend the money on stuff you enjoy. Yeah, see, Bo's got a golf cart up being worked on right now.
Do you know how hard it is?
If you're gonna do it right.
Do you know how hard it is for me to slip stuff into a house and I try to pass it off as I'm buying it for my kids because I have all females?
I've been saying that for years.
Oh, so I've got.
Dude, if I had a boy, oh my gosh.
Yeah, here's the deal. I have a Bo, but
default shipping address is at the office. Everything I buy off of PayPal ships at the office.
See, you guys think you got it rough. The only reason Amanda knows about half of this shit is because she controls all of my money and all that's like I don't know my own bank password and stuff. Shit, today I got a new bank card. Yeah,
my money.
Yeah, it's my money.
Okay. All right.
Me and Amanda do everything. So I don't know. Maybe do you guys all just have joint accounts? That's how everything is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. So yeah, Amanda has a separate account. I have a separate account, and then we have a family account. And so when we get paid, we each have a portion that we put into the family account every single month. And then the family account's what you buy groceries, make house payments, and all that stuff with. And then Amanda has money. So if Amanda wants to go to Vegas and dump $4,000 on the table, I can't say shit about it.
Which she does.
And if I want to go get my hair done someplace, then she can't say shit about it. And honestly, for us, I mean, it's not for everybody, but for us, it's not a trust thing. It's nothing like that. It's just, as we were looking at things when we got married and stuff like that, we went through all of this. And what's the number one thing couples fight about all the time is money.
Finance.
And it's because you want to buy something and it's like, you're not going to spend $60 on something we don't need. And you're like, yeah. And that's where you get drunk or something. You make a comment like, I put all that fucking money in there. I'll buy what I want. And then you got to sleep on a couch.
I've never said that. Ever.
No, and I'm not saying you. I'm just saying, I'm not necessarily saying you. But
Amanda says 1-800-bets off.
I haven't gambled in
that's
over
her
a
next
year.
airboat.
That's airboat.
Yeah, no shit. She's going to buy an airboat and call it bets off. We'll pull them down the highway together. I can just promise you my airboat will be bigger. That's the only thing I know.
I get it. I mean, I've got friends that do the same thing. They've got separate accounts.
Me too.
We've always just from day one, which honestly, Molly's always made more money than I have most of the time. So.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It works for us. It always has, for the most part.
No judgment.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I was just curious about the my money part because when I say my money at this house, situation.
Yeah, I have my money.
What are we doing? What do we go to Target with my money? That's nothing good happened.
What'd you buy with my money?
Well, I have my money, which Amanda has full access to and writes all the checks and stuff like that out of. And
so
then
you have access to her money too.
No, I couldn't. If Amanda were to pass away tomorrow, I'd have to have one of my guys fix stuff.
My boy Blue just went through some shit. They want to know what happens when you don't have that. I ain't laughing at you, baby. I'm laughing with you.
No, but she does everything for all the businesses. She does everything for all my personal stuff, things like that. So the only downfall of that is when you buy new golf clubs, you can't just be like, oh yeah, hey, I'll just throw them in the golf bag. Nobody's going to know it because I have to go to her and be like, hey, can you write me a check for this? Or, blah, 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 whatever the case is. So yeah, she knows every dime of mine. She could have 20 grand in her account just sitting there as a nest egg to leave my ass or something. And I wouldn't know a clue about it. But if my account gets over like $17, she's like, what are you saving money for? I go, fuck, I don't know. It's coming up to drinking season, I guess.
Taco Bell now.
Exactly right. I'm kind of hoping for a little Chick-fil-A here this week. Tired of microwaving that McDonald's shit left over from the kids.
Both say you get left with a cooler, a plastic, and a trash can.
No shit. And it's probably a trash can that was confiscated from Diver's neighborhood.
Yeah, damn right, because it was in view.
That's what it is, Divers. They're just trying to protect your assets.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, they just want to find me. Is all it is.
Oh my goodness.
That's great.
That was hardy. I was not expecting that.
Shoes, the marital. I don't know if anybody needs to listen to marital advice from any of us, but
I'd say we're all actually, aren't we all three pretty successfully married?
Yes. I'm going on 9 years.
I'm at more than 9 years.
What do you?
No, it's been.
Let's do the math.
Yeah, the problem is I don't know that date, so that's not going to help. It's got to be.
Ray, let's move on to Ray.
Yeah, let's go. Ray, how many years you been married?
22 years.
22
years. Look at you go, man.
Yeah, I got married.
All right, Andy, back to you.
No, I did the math. It's got to be 11 or 12 years. I got that.
Whatever the day I got married from to today's day.
Till now.
Yeah, that's where like Facebook and shit like that. Hey, here's an idea for, I'm sure somebody from Facebook is one of our thousands of listeners. What why don't you have like the happy anniversary thing? Why don't you pop that up about 5 days earlier on Min's account? That'd be fucking fantastic. Because that at 6:30 on the morning is you're like, oh shit, you're kidding me. Thank God I checked Facebook this morning, right? Like, and to all my friends that listen to this, if your birthday's on a Saturday or Sunday, I apologize for missing it and not sending you a text. If you Monday through Friday, I've got a built-in like system that tells me, oh shit, tell this guy happy birthday. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh no shit. Hey, and he's still got a smile though, Randy.
Randy said, I've been married 22 years, but to 4 different women.
Exactly right.
Still successful.
Oh,
I
exactly.
still say you're successful.
That don't beat
Absolutely.
the guy. There's a guy we work with. He's crazy. But we were sitting in Vegas talking, and he's like, "Yep, I just celebrated my it's like 18th wedding anniversary to this lady I've been married to her 3 times, and she didn't even stab me this time." Like what? So this guy, yeah, like he
didn't stab me.
Yeah, he's married and divorced this lady like twice, and the second time he left her because she stabbed him. But now she's back together.
Oh, that's good. Well, and the thing I would say is that usually couples that divorce, when they get back together for the second or third time, it's usually successful from that point moving forward. You know, to the point of stabbing the other person. After about 2.5 years of marriage. And I love my wife to death, and she would say the exact same thing about me, so I can say it. But after about 2.5 years of marriage, you realize why after like a wife or a husband is found dead in the home, the first person they look at is the spouse. Like there's a reason for that. Like they don't come and ask if your wife passes away and they call you down to the police station. It is not to console your ass. It is like, we know you did it. We want to know how. That's what's going on with that.
You better be balling. You better be absolutely balling.
Yeah, because your shit's gonna be on Dateline in about 6 years, and you're faking it. It's not good.
At 10 o'clock on Friday night.
Driver's trash can was not hidden. It was.
Yeah. That's,
what is that from that?
You're exactly right.
What's the guy from Dateline and all those shows, the like 48, where they go into like that catch a
Lester
predator
Holt.
thing?
No, you're talking about Chris Hansen.
Yeah, I saw. I still to this day remember. I still to this day remember there was a Twitter or a Facebook post that somebody had one time, or it was a meme that somebody made, and they said, if Chris Hansen shows up at your house, something ain't good or something. Like I can't. But I just remember the concept of that shit, because every time he did that, all of a sudden these dumbasses invite a 14-year-old girl over to their house they met on the internet. And Chris Hansen comes walking in the door. Like right then is basically the oh no of TikTok over and over and over again.
So he walks out of the curtain, boom mics come on, and he goes, "Why don't you go ahead and take a seat?"
Yeah, exactly. Like, why don't you get the fuck out of my house?
Like all of a sudden, oh, okay, yeah, I was just here to talk.
Yeah.
Huh? No, you weren't, dog.
I was bringing her over to teach her about not doing this. Yeah.
I was concerned for her safety. No,
absolutely.
You need your nuts cut off.
2.5 hours to get here. Yeah, well, that's how concerned I was, because I just didn't want her to continue doing the things she was doing.
So there's a guy in Rocky Mount that actually has a Facebook page, and what he does is he trolls these guys.
I've seen that.
Yeah, he'll troll these guys and then talk them into coming to meet him here. And then he rolls up on him with his phone out. What are you doing here, you sick son of a bitch? You should have known better. Da, 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 da. And
oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, and puts them on Facebook. I hadn't seen them in a while, so I don't know if something, because I know at one point, like, I think there was some law getting involved and stuff like that. But I mean, it was crazy.
Well, because like on that first 48 or whatever we're talking about, the Chris Hansen show stuff, right? Like, don't those people have to sign a video release as well? I mean, like from when I did TV and stuff like that, you got to sign a video release. So here's the deal. Like, what sentence thing or what's being negotiated for those guys that they sign? Like, because I don't want to put myself in that situation, because some dumbass will record this and, post it out. But if you were in that situation, at what point do you go, my best bet is to sign this off, have this shit on national TV? Like, I already hate myself for what I did, most likely.
Yeah, you're right.
Why would you put this on national TV?
I don't know. Crazy.
People are insane.
Yeah, this stupid stuff, man. That's for sure.
This goes faster at 6 o'clock.
Does it?
It does.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I feel good.
Yeah. It's been good times, boys.
Are we
Anything
done?
else? We're gonna wrap it up. That's up to y'all. I don't give a shit.
I got
we
nothing to do. I got spaghetti though, but we got our after party.
The family's out looking at Christmas lights. So,
Yeah. So shit, at this point, the only thing we're waiting or ending for is to have Molly go to bed, and Ray didn't put up Christmas lights, so she's probably pissed off anyway. So we're good to go, right?
Yeah.
She's
we're
good.
good to go.
It's early.
It's early. Yeah, we're good.
I wish I had some food. I wish I had a plate of spaghetti. Be good. That's what I'm eating tonight.
So I made tacos tonight.
You made them?
Yeah, I do like, and not because Molly doesn't cook or anything like. I do a lot of cooking just because I'm home usually early, and I enjoy cooking.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
I like to smoke meats, so anything on the grill. Go ahead. I wanted to right?
You set the whole thing up.
I did.
And I was just seeing how long. I just busted out laughing looking at his face.
Molly's already decorated, so I don't have to worry about that.
That's good.
Get it all set up.
But I'll say, like,
was just eating his face, trying not to bust out a smile. He's like, I'm more mature than this. I'm more mature than this. I'm more mature than no, I'm not.
Yeah, why would you? I mean,
he's like, I like to smoke some meat.
Yeah, I knew that. I was just waiting for it, and I knew you were waiting for him because of the look. I mean,
I'm like.
He looked like he was having a stroke. One side of his damn lip went up, the other one went down. I was like, oh, shit.
I couldn't. I'm sorry.
I like cooking ribs. I really do like cooking ribs. I cook a lot of ribs, probably a lot more than I should cook. But and then pork butts and smoking, just different stuff like that. But so going around trying to find good meat, like there's no, but Rocky Mountain doesn't have any like specialty butcher shops or anything like that to go get.
We go from Chris Hansen to Ray smoking meat. Brandon can't keep a straight face, and we wonder how the hell we have any viewers.
So I was talking my cousin Eric, the one you guys met. He's real big into barbecue stuff too, right? So we're just talking and all, and like there's two butcher shops with. They're not even butcher shops. They're Hispanic stores, honestly. Like for to go in and get Spanish food, whatever. But they're butchers as well. So I've started popping in, checking out, see what they got. They got really good meat, and
should have fucking ended it.
Should have fucking ended it. Should have gone to bed. Should have gone to bed.
Yeah, should have. Yeah, this is a perfect example.
Fucking example. It should have gone to bed. No, but I'll decide. Like, so I go in there occasionally, see what they got. Well, a couple weeks ago, like I look in the case and they had like pre-seasoned taco meat. I don't know what's in it. I mean, it's beef. I don't know what seasoning they use, but it's got pineapple in it. It's got cilantro in it. But you're talking about the best fuck.
I'm sitting here reading Molnex's comment. You're talking about this shit. He's just losing his mind up there.
So now Molnex, when you say tangy Carolina sauce, so Molnex put up there nothing better than pulled pork with tangy Carolina sauce. Do you mean a mustard based, ketchup based, or vinegar based? Because we got them all three.
I like to eat.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
If somebody says penis, it's going to be like a 10-minute break.
But all jokes aside, like this is the best taco meat I've ever eaten, and so I ran to the. What the fuck is funny about taco meat?
Put it backstage. Oh my god!
Vinegar. I'm more of a vinegar guy.
Hey, in all honesty, have you had
hashtag penis?
Oh my gosh!
So there is a at the grocery store. There is a barbecue that you can get. It's called like Brookshire Brooks.
Molly said he said meat.
Brooks. It's like Brook something.
Brookshire.
They've got it. But it's in. They've got like the vinegar. It's like vinegar barbecue, and you just put it in a pan and heat it up. And I'm telling you, dude, it's like Smithfield, man. It's delicious. I'm telling you. I'm gonna find it.
Smithfield barbecue is good, but it ain't like true pit barbecue.
I
Like,
get it. I'm not
North
saying
Carolina,
it is.
Like, yeah.
But I typically like a mustard or ketchup based barbecue, but that vinegar based barbecue I think is very good.
Come on, it says the boy loves meat. Hashtag no homo. Oh, like,
I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
I'm a child.
like now my cousin Eric, like he loved like barbecue is his deal. If we go out of town, like first thing he's doing is looking for a barbecue joint to hit along the way.
Yeah.
And so he's all about like he does a lot of he's brisket and burn ends, and he's always doing some stuff.
I bet Blue loves barbecue.
Oh, I guarantee you Blue loves barbecue. There ain't no doubt about that.
What's
I bet-
Iowa barbecue like?
Fresh. I don't know.
Now let me
Like,
ask you this.
I will say this. Like, here's the thing. When it comes to me, I like to eat. I'm not about being a picky eater. Like, for me, I can eat barbecue from anywhere. It's, I don't know.
Now,
I don't do a lot of
somebody-
cooking. I don't do that stuff much.
Like if I called you up and said, "Hey Andy, I'm having a barbecue this weekend," what pops in your head? Hamburgers, hot dogs, or a pig?
Yeah, hamburger. Well, vodka first, and that actually pops into my hand, and I'm like, "Woo, we're going to a barbecue." So vodka first, then yeah, I think of hamburgers and hot dogs. You know,
So
but like,
if you tell a North Carolina, "Hey man, we're having a barbecue," it's like, what time you putting the pig on, right?
yep.
To us, it's like if you're cooking hamburgers, hot dogs, you're just grilling out. That's what you know.
Oh yeah, and I guess to me, grilling out is usually family. You know, just a little thing like that. If you're having a barbecue, you're having a bunch of people over.
Oh, so
I don't
grilling out is burgers or whatever, and if we're going to barbecue, we're throwing a hog on the pit. So,
Weird. Not weird. Normal, I guess.
I mean, it's
I just haven't ever been into it much. I mean, everybody I know is huge into, you know, for divers here, smoking meats and stuff like that. But I don't know. I haven't. I've done it some. I mean, we've got a grill here thing, smoker, whatever the hell it is, and I put a couple things on it, and it's good. But I just like, fuck, if I can microwave food, it's better. It's quick, it's easy. Like if you can cook the hog for me, I'll just microwave some of that shit up tomorrow. We'll be good. How you mom and them?
How you mom?
You know, some barbecue.
I'll come over and pick up that gallon bag of pulled pork. We'll be good to go. Like that's the other thing too, is like my brother, everybody I know, anybody who ever does a pork butt or something like that, pulls all the pork. They're like, man, you want some of that? You're like, yeah, dude, I'd love to get some sandwiches. You go over there, they give you a gallon Ziploc bag of pulled pork. You guys said, is that the same shit you do? Like that's how everybody, yeah, that's how everybody stores it. I'm like, Tupperware went out of business or what? Like I could have gave you the 76 cents. I could have had a lid on it, all kinds of shit.
We'll cook, usually like if we have a big family gathering, we'll cook a pig, and it's a 70-80 pound hog, and I mean there's shit tons left over, so we just chop it, put it in Ziploc bags, freeze it. Then you got barbecue for days. But shit, I bet you right now I've got ribs, I've got London broil, I've got pork butt, and I've got smoked sausage in my refrigerator right now just from this past week.
I'm gonna come eat there.
I do love to cook. I really do enjoy cooking. So. I like doing, and like Nashville hot chicken. I've just got me a good recipe.
I like Nashville hot chicken. Man.
Love it.
Dude, I've got I take some chicken thighs. The secret is to brine it in pickle juice.
Really?
Yep.
Seriously?
Yeah, take you some thighs, throw them in pickle juice and some any kind of seasoning, like the hot, like spicy seasoning, whatever you like, and just mix it all in there. Let it sit there 2-3 hours at tops. Bring it out, season it again. I mix the seasoning in my dredge, and then I mix the hot sauce in my egg wash. And man, you talk about. I mean, the girls like right now. I guarantee you, if I asked them what they wanted to eat tomorrow night, they'd be like, "Hey, can you make hot chicken?"
You ever gone to Hattie B's?
Oh yeah, I've been to Hattie B's.
I want some freaking Nashville chicken now.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of boys, I just thought about it. I got an email from the guy from Nashville Speedway today. I got a house we can stay in Nashville. So if y'all want to go, we're there.
I kind of enjoy Nashville.
Done.
Yeah. Now it's my wife's 80-year-old aunt, so we might have to be a little quiet when we come home, but or we just pass out.
Do we?
Yeah. I mean, she's a psychiatrist or psychologist who specializes in alcohol and drug abuse, so it may be beneficial.
Not staying there. Yeah, who volunteered that shit? Molly. Molly's like, hey, you
Can
should
we
go
stay in the driveway?
Yeah.
Can we rent an RV and just stay in the driveway?
Turns out I sold my golf clubs. I'm getting a hotel room.
Can I use the bathroom? Don't look at me though.
Nah, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all good. We're good. It's all good.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So did you guys have fun tonight? I would like to talk about why it was fun tonight. Like, I thought it was fun because I drank a handle of vodka. Yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about it. No, thank you.
This sounds like the place to stay.
Yeah. I bet she'd be thrilled to have us come walking in.
Oh, she was like, here's the other thing. Like, she's pretty liberal too.
Oh,
So,
great.
We could get talking politics, and we would be sleeping on the streets of Nashville.
Yeah,
Have a
phenom
great
in.
time. Yeah,
I've probably slept on a street in Nashville somewhere, just so you know. At some point.
For Christmas one year, we got a George Bush was in office. She hated that bastard with a passion. I took a picture and autographed it George Bush and framed it and told her I'd written the White House and got it for her. She threw that shit in the trash can.
That's freaking perfect.
Amanda said you guys would be a good case study.
I don't think we're that interesting. We're just interested. If we were that interesting, we'd have a lot more people watching our podcast. I mean, to be honest with you.
Right. We're just starting. We're just getting started.
Yeah.
So we're just building up the audience.
Look, she was Brenda was she was on retainers with labels. She handled like high profile stars, so she can handle our fame. So that's not a problem. Yeah.
I don't know. A lot can happen between now and Nashville's race. We might get famous overnight.
I'm feeling high profile right now.
You're just excited because you have pizza waiting for you.
So,
Dude, I'm a little jealous.
So I haven't even preheated the oven yet.
Ooh.
You got that on your app? I mean,
But normally,
Exactly.
it's like-
Gated communities, that's a requirement.
Yeah. I figured you got that. You got the refrigerator. You touch the button and you can see the inside too.
I can't preheat. the
I
oven
want
on
one of those.
that. I can preheat.
Do you not think that's the coolest refrigerator in the world?
What?
You can preheat your oven with an app,
You can?
We just replaced them. Yeah.
and your refrigerator, does it make your grocery list for you?
No, Alexa does. But I'll go in to Alexa from time to time, and I'll just add some random stuff. So it pulls up the list. It's just like got everything she's put on it, and then just random stuff.
What is this?
Monet's puts a quote up. It says, "If I get caught kissing a transvestite again on the streets of Nashville, I'm going to give up drinking. Probably Andy."
Yeah, no shit. Hey, and I'm probably not going to give up drinking. That's it. That's all there is to it. I mean, shit, if I got caught kissing a transvestite on the streets of Nashville, it'd be a great follow-up week on Should Have Gone to Bed. Be like, y'all want to know why I should have gone to bed in fucking Nashville?
Yeah. Spotlight would be off me. That's
Remember that hot chick with the big boobs? Turns out she had a wiener.
Dude, my first experience with anything like that.
Oh, no. I don't know. I don't want to.
No, this is good. This is good.
Game over.
No,
Game
no, no,
over.
no. This is good.
You win.
No, listen, this is good. So I'm 18 years old. 18 years old. I go down. Listen, wait. This is it gets better. It gets fucking better. I promise. We're walking down. I go down to New Orleans with a church group, right? We're going down to New Orleans and we're doing backyard Bible school with kids in these Providences, poor areas. So one of the guys that's leading the group gets the bright idea that we need to go down to Bourbon Street and, talk to people and share the gospel with them. So we're walking down and dude, this is one of the first times I've been anywhere like this. I'm from Pine Tops, North Carolina, right? So I'm already like, holy shit. This place is nothing but just party, whatever. It's just going. And like one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen was walking towards us, right? And we were like, wow, and she gets to us and goes, "Excuse me." And I'm like, and I say this, I mean, if you're a transvestite, more love to you. That you do.
If you're a transvestite and you're still listening to this show, like, see that counselor. Fuck.
God damn it.
I think you quit about episode 2. Like, let's be honest.
Look, you do you. It doesn't. I don't have.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
No
but,
issue.
yeah.
But being a guy
You don't
from
care.
Pine Top, North Carolina, a population of like 3 people, it was just like I'm like, holy shit. it just. It took me a while.
Is this the first time you've ever gotten out of like North Carolina alone?
Yeah.
And you went to Bourbon Street?
Yeah, that's a good start.
Holy cow!
Then I went
0
back,
to 100.
I went back several years later with a whole different plan involved.
My goal is to find that man I met 4 years ago. I want to see. Like, you can't be that pretty without. Oh, shit.
Monet says when I'm at somebody's house, I sit there with Alexa to 10 and set the alarm at 3:45.
That is genius.
Holy cow, that's genius! I'm gonna start.
Or you walk in and say, Alexa, what did you order from Amazon this week? Or what did I order from Amazon? And starts reading shit.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
See, that's why I wear the headphones, because during this conversation, this bitch on my desk would be going crazy with all the times we've said Alexa tonight. Shit, she's doing it right now, actually. I've been avoiding saying it. Yeah, now she's recording it. Great. Now the only people listening are the government.
I was getting ready to say, I'm
Perfect.
surprised you have an Alexa.
Yeah, no kidding.
Now, it was one of those things. Like, here's the deal. When I bought it, it was the newest, greatest thing in the entire world, and I had to have one because I thought it was going to, like, clean and stuff for me. So I didn't really know, but everybody had one. You had to have one.
You did your research.
So I did my research because I had a buddy who said this is great, and now I have it. And I think I played music on it for a few months. Now it's just on the desk listening to my conversations.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. It listens to everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's fantastic. Yeah, it pops up. Did you want me to order that? Fuck no. It was a joke.
So
I didn't want none of that.
So we have them around the house, and it's mainly because, just with Elizabeth's, some of Elizabeth's stuff, she can't really operate the lights and stuff, so we have even turn the lights on and off. But what I found out, like, we had ordered some Christmas gifts and stuff like that, and of course the girls were coming in here. Hey, Alexa, what's my shipment coming?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
think about that.
I'm
That's
not mad at 'em.
genius.
I'm saying I ain't mad at him. I would do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then you got to do that whole thing. Well, now that I'm returning all of them. You got to play that whole thing out. Like you're not getting any. That's for me. I ordered that dress.
that
Take that.
was mine.
Exactly right. Shapers.
So now, Divers, you having boys, like, do you look for shit that you're like, oh, this is going to be cool to play? I mean, this is going to be like, do you buy shit that's really not age appropriate? Like,
yes.
And he'll play it in a couple years, and then you.
Yeah, I mean the like upscale Nerf guns are probably the biggest problem in the house. Like, I've got the battery operated like freaking revolver, and this thing just goes. And I mean, like if Jen's wearing leggings, which she wears every day because
here we go,
wonderful mother at the house, but she wears them every day, and.
Did you see his attitude change? He's like, let's repeat that segment. What did he say? He said, the leggings that she wears, which she wears every day.
Because she's a great mother.
Yeah.
She is. Yeah. She's just great. I love it.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Do you know how great the screenshots are I get from Divers?
Oh, I can only believe it.
So, and I'll just come in with that. Hudson starts like bawling, crying. She's like, you better not, if you do, and she starts threatening all this stuff that wouldn't have ever happened anyway, if prior to that. So I just do it because I just shoot because I know, and it's fantastic. But the Nerf gun's probably
technically she's issuing you a challenge. Like, that's the thing. Like, if you say you better not, to me that means there's a consequence or a reward, and I need to find out what it is.
That's like walking up to a redneck whose truck is in a ditch, going, "Let me call the record truck, boy, get you out."
Yeah. Don't do that. Hell no.
Get all to pieces before he gonna cause somebody pull it.
Exactly right. I'd rather I get stuck in the snow. I'll spend 6 hours digging. If the tow truck's sitting there, I'll be like, nah, I ain't fucking call you. No, I don't need help. I got it in here. I'll get it out. I don't need you. We're good.
I used to try to like sneak stuff in, like cool toys to play with, like drones and shit, and I just got to. Yeah.
So the latest thing we got was Hudson got one of those. So you know how boxers will get the little bag?
Speed bags.
Well, so they got the speed bag now on a stick. It's like T-ball speed bag. Got boxing gloves. Hudson got it. So
You got one on your desk, right?
I do. You
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I need that thing. You should see how many times I punched that this week. I
What-
walked in. I was like, boom, 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 boom. My office manager was like right behind me. He's like, "You okay?" I was like, "Mhm. Yeah, everything's fine."
Yeah,
Everything's
dude, we're
good."
great now.
Yeah,
You're better
just-
than me, man, because I will stand up in my office in a heartbeat and throw some shit.
I tried that and then I broke too much,
Yeah,
so I
I'm
needed
surprised
a
they have-
different strategy.
Like,
See, I think Mike has a. I think Mike and Amanda both have Nerf guns, or else maybe Mike keeps buying them and Amanda takes them away. It could be that. I don't know, but I know we have Nerf guns in the office, so probably you guys don't have Nerf guns in the office. Like maybe we
Nah.
shouldn't have Nerf guns in the office.
No, I've got a bug assault. at the
Oh
office.
yeah.
a what?
Oh,
You don't have a
assault?
bug assault?
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
Oh,
don't have one, but I know.
Hey,
what
we
they
had a spring break on the one at the farm. It won't
Did
shoot
you?
anymore. Yeah.
Really?
A little disappointed. I kind of felt that piece of plastic would be a lifetime warranty.
You mean the 25, 30? I got the $35 camo version because
Mine are both
They
yellow,
won't
but I
be
actually
seen.
have the laser for mine.
I've got one of the electric fly swatter. I had one, the electric fly swatter, where you like you hit them,
Oh, that'd be awesome.
it would be great.
I would, dude, I think
and they hurt. Like if you do your hand or you hit somebody on the skin, they you get a little jolt, like a.
Really? Huh. What you looking for there, Andy?
so. Somewhere, I met the bug assault guys at a show, and was talking to him a bunch, and he gave me the laser to use, and then he gave me. I've got it in here somewhere. I'll find it next week. Yeah, and then he gave me this keychain that has their little bug assault thing on it, and his little claws are bottle openers. It's actually pretty cool.
What kind of
That's
laser?
Laser,
It's like an actual laser.
yeah,
Like,
I've seen them with lasers.
aiming.
Yeah.
I guess-
Yeah.
oh, okay.
yeah.
And when you first said it, for some reason, popped in my head, you're shooting fucking lasers across your house.
Oh,
Shit.
damn. I know I got that thing.
I know
somewhere.
everything
It
looks so
to be on
organized
my
in there. I'm
desk.
shocked you can't find it.
No, it's because of the cleaning lady here.
The cleaning
That's
lady.
the problem. Yes. Yes, we have a cleaning lady for the office, and she's a good friend of my wife's, and she moves stuff, and I'm trying to get over OCD, but so I'm letting it go. I mean, I've had a couple little tiny meltdowns with it and stuff, but usually the cleaning lady's here on Thursday nights.
I
But
don't even want to know why. But
that's weird.
yeah, I don't.
Like
even-
that's weird. The smoking meat thing was weird, but fly swatters, electric fly swatters on testicles is a whole new level of crazy. I know that damn thing's around here. Anyway, the cleaning lady, like
that
she
happened at the
moves,
biker event he was at.
she moves like pictures and will like clean up my desk and that stuff. But
Molly and I had this
my
argument. a lot.
shit is organized.
Not really an argument, but a discussion a lot of I'll put my shit somewhere and then I go back and I can't find it. And I'm like, hey, where's my shit at? I don't know. I didn't move it. I was like, well, yeah, because I put it here and now I can't find it. And then like
That's
nine
what happened to these.
times out of 10, like she'll bring here it is, it's where you had it. I'm like, oh, okay.
I don't think they're. No, they're just messing with us. Is what it is.
The fuck was that?
Poker chips. This is what you buy in Vegas when you're drunk as hell in the airport. You buy poker chips.
You lost all your money, so you want to feel like
Oh yeah, yeah. Y'all remember that?
You played in some high stakes poker with those chips.
Yeah, no doubt. They're the real deal. Straight from Vegas, I think.
what is
I
this?
think-
mean? 10.
10.
What is that?
I
Is that
think
like-
is she making fun of the way you say 10?
Is that a code word?
Did I say 10?
I don't
Who's
know.
Is that a safe word?
Yeah, Amanda just posted 10.
Yeah.
Can
I
we
don't know. Maybe she's doing a countdown. I'm not sure. I mean,
Ian.
hey, thanks, babe. No, I've got the 10 right here. We're good. You don't have to bring another one over. If you care to bring a drink, I'd be all
A
for it.
10.
I'm gonna have to go home and deal with this shit now.
You know how
Thanks, assholes.
You know how proud our wives are of us? Like,
No, wouldn't you be?
You know,
If our wives got to, here's my deal. If our wives got together and had a podcast where they didn't do anything but bitch about us, I would be super
That's
proud
what
of
I'm
them. Yeah, 9 times out of 10.
Oh, I'm not bitching about my wife at all now. Don't.
Oh no, I'm not
I'm
either.
not
Just
bitching.
for the record, yeah.
No,
Right
I'm
there.
saying if our wives got together and did a podcast where they just like made fun of us and talked about what they did, I'd be super happy for them.
What is there to be upset about?
Nah. Yeah.
I mean, she could be pissed that she found out through this podcast that she's gonna have to try to check for golf clubs tomorrow. That's the reason to be pissed. But me being on here, I think is
But
fair.
it's out of your money, right?
It is out of my own money.
Golf cart.
Golf cart
Yeah, but I didn't buy the golf cart yet. I don't need that till spring.
and a iRacing simulator.
I had 3 TVs already, so I had to upgrade in order to run them all. Otherwise, they'd just sit in the basement.
And a room for all this shit to go in.
New room.
I'm doing the
New
room
construction.
so that we'll put extra sound stuff in it, and that way, if I'm yelling at other people, which could or could not happen, they don't have to hear it. I won't wake the kids up if I'm like, "You stupid."
Yeah, that's true.
You tell
Because
them
I get a lot of times. There's a
You
lot
tell
of
about the
times.
trip. Go ahead.
I said there's a lot of times I'm in here and I get a tap on the shoulder. Will you quiet down? I'm tired of you telling a 12-year-old kid you're gonna fuck his mom.
And Chris Hansen enters now.
I said his mom, not
Oh.
him.
Do you remember saying
Yeah,
you're
because if you don't, here's the
blank?
video.
You're blank?
Oh my god! All right, Brandon, what were you whispering into the microphone?
I don't even remember. Gosh.
That
We're
we
gonna
had a
have
good
to break
thought,
this
too.
into 2 podcasts because
No kidding. I had a thought.
if people listen to this shit exercising, they've had their laughs by now. They're like, "Yeah, I've already walked like 86 miles."
fell off the damn treadmill hours ago. An hour
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah,
Especially when
Yeah,
we
I
started
thought-
smoked meats.
yeah.
Molly's gonna be like, I thought if you started earlier, I could go to bed earlier. It's
Yeah.
not so you could do another hour.
Yeah, exactly.
More time before we get tired.
Exactly right. Yeah.
I'm just getting going. It's not.
Hey, right now we're going live, bitches. That's where we're at.
We've been doing our own
Oh no,
thing.
wait, we've only got 30 minutes. If we'd have been live for an hour. That first hour was warm up for how shitty can this be?
Really?
All right.
I would like a Christmas card, Molly, if you could find it in your heart for us.
Christmas
We-
card.
Yeah, we
I
put
think-
them all.
I think we've sent Christmas cards one time. We did. I think it. Yeah, and the girls were like little. We did like Christmas pictures one year or family portraits right before Christmas, and we sent cards out. But since then, we just hadn't.
I get the tradition of it, but I don't know.
Like,
It's
it
like,
kinda
hey,
goes
you know
back-
what?
It's a waste.
Thought
of-
about you one day a year.
Yeah.
Like, really missed you. You know, like we have pictures. I remember growing up, we'd have pictures of people that sent Christmas cards and stuff that were family. And you'd walk by as a kid and be like, who's that? And your mom's like, that's your cousin. Oh, fuck. Cool. You know,
So here's
or
another
Blue's
thing.
case, it's your brother.
Got
So-
huge.
It's your sister's. It's,
You mean I'm related to them?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Didn't we go to their fucking wedding last year?
so here's another
Do
Christmas
the same
issue,
thing
right?
with ours,
Like,
too.
so my mom's side of the family, everybody's super close, right? It's nothing for you pop up at my aunt's house and there's all her brothers and sisters are subject to be there with their kids at any point. I mean, they're just super close, that side of the family. My dad's side of the family, on the other hand, I think we have done like a Christmas party with them like twice. And I mean, the only time we see them is funerals, right? And occasional wedding. But Molly's gonna have Ray pose.
Is she going to
naked.
put your nuts on her chest? That's what I'm reading here.
Molly, that
It's
was
a family
Andy White.
picture.
Andy White.
Were we discussing family pictures? And next thing I know, Ray's naked. There's chestnuts, right? Like I'm putting this shit together. That's how my mind works. I don't giggle about it. I just read into it more. I have no idea what's going on in this podcast anymore.
I just got this image in my head that I can't get out.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna be sketching that tonight on your son's Etch-a-Sketch. Like,
What
yeah.
is that?
How do I piece this
That's
together?
That's Uncle Ray.
Yeah. Do you see this? His chestnuts are roasting on the open fire. So back to manscaping, where this shit show hadn't gone crazy.
I was actually wondering how we got past manscaping. Like we just like slid right over manscaping.
Yeah, turns out it's a full circle.
This is probably the biggest point of the night. My daughter actually listens to this podcast most of the time. Amanda says, "Poor Elizabeth."
Oh my goodness!
And I got a cry smiling face from her. So
there you go.
But no, like my dad's side of the family, we were never really close. Like we'd see each other occasionally around about or whatever, no big deals. But like now they're doing a big thing this weekend, and it's like if I go, well, number one, I don't think I've got a procedure on Monday that. Oh, I get to go take a COVID test tomorrow, so that's yeah. But so I got a procedure on Monday, so like just a concern is I don't need to be going out and possibly getting sick and then going, whatever. But I mean, it's like, damn. I mean, I don't. There's only so many weekends in the month of December that you can go to parties and crap. Anyway,
we can party on iRacing. Here in a couple weeks, I'll just be partying a couple seconds faster than you.
So I zoned out for like a portion of that
$1,200 computer.
And then the last thing you said was there's only so many weekends you can go party. And I don't know how we went from your chestnuts
on an open fire
to manscaping to COVID test to you partying on the weekend. I don't know how we got there.
It's called should have gone to bed.
That's what we do. I mean, have you been around this long at all? Or
yeah. I'm sorry.
We should honestly go through, listen to this afterwards, and just count how many different topics we touch in a single podcast.
This would be so the other week I was editing the podcast, and it was the one where divers you were like, yeah, out of this year, at least that's something to hold on to this year, and you go, and you had a kid, and divers just goes.
I believe I said in the birth of your child.
Yeah. And
that was a bad moment.
And I was in there laughing so fucking hard.
Oh,
I mean, I was just dying, and Molly comes in and is like, "Y'all aren't that funny."
Here's the deal. So I tell Amanda all the time, you're only not laughing because you didn't get the joke. Like, it wasn't a bad delivery.
On my parade.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it. Like if that joke was for you, I would have told it to somebody else.
So, of course, then I cut that section out for the video to put up. I just sat there for 30 minutes. Mackenzie was sitting there and we 30 minutes, but then it was great times.
It's one of those things you get done with this and you're like, what the hell did we talk about? I don't know, but I was laughing and having fun. I mean, Thursday nights, the night I go home and my face hurts from laughing, and it's just it.
Yeah, I came downstairs last Thursday when I did it off site. Just like, so what'd you guys talk about? I was like,
She has not listened to this at all then.
She has listened to a portion of it. She just discovered that it was live on the book, and that's not that was by design. Tried to make sure we kind of, wanted to ease her into it. My dad always has this saying, he started slow and then tapered off.
Yeah.
So kind of got the same idea. Like we're gonna
go with that as a life goal
and taper off. So that's how we've done this. So she's learning as we go. She's like, so what do you guys talk about? It's like,
she was a part of it already.
What do you mean everything? Yeah. What was it when she was on last week?
Remember when you were on there with them? That's what we talk about.
I don't even remember her being on. I do now that you brought it back.
Well,
up.
she did inform us of how much you had to drink that night.
I was pretty much sober, but she was in her pajamas too. Yeah. You saw her. She was in the lighted pajamas.
Because Andy asked her to go put them on.
Yeah. Because it broke my heart. Hudson was wearing them. Everybody else was.
You told her to put them on, and she went and did exactly what she said.
Because I'd be nice to her.
Gracious alive.
I would be like, I would wake her up and ask her if she wants Domino's if I was planning on ordering it. Like, did it ever cross your mind that maybe she's pissed off about the Domino's things because you're not asking what she wants?
She is not eating dairy at the moment, so it's not even an option.
I'm sure in the world today they probably have a dairyless fucking pizza out too.
And I'm not eating it. Would you?
Me neither. Like, can't order a fucking no cheese pizza.
Molly does a lot of keto stuff and stuff like that, so she's like cauliflower. No, like cauliflower. Like she had some like last night. She's like, "Hey, I made this cauliflower risotto," and I'm like, "Risotto is supposed to have rice." No, I'm not.
And then people like I've got friends that cook shit like that. My brother's big into all the keto stuff, and he brought down this cauliflower pizza that he made homemade.
Or
And he's like,
cauliflower buffalo wings.
yeah, he's like, oh, dude, you got to try this. You won't even recognize the difference. And so I take a bite, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
tastes like shit. This is
People say
horrible.
that.
And then you know what he says
won't
afterwards?
even be able to tell the difference.
Well, you got to understand it's a cauliflower pizza. Nope, I don't got to understand that. I wouldn't have bought this shit.
And what kind of pizza?
Cauliflower. I don't know what the fuck it is. Cauliflower. Fuck. She should have gone to bed.
It's that cauliflower pizza.
Cauliflower pizza. Here's the thing: if you won't be able to tell the difference. If that was the truth, everybody would be eating this shit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right? Because like I do not eat buffalo wings because they're good for me.
No.
If I could eat something that tasted like a Buffalo Wild Wing desert heat wing, and it be healthy for me, I would choose that. I don't choose to eat the shit I eat because I want to kill myself. It's just it tastes good, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
100%.
100% correct. That's so, Jen. So I'm not. A bit,
Oh, there we go.
I said cauliflower. I guess I do say cauliflower, don't I?
Yeah, you do. What did I say? Cauliflower? Oh, I can't say it now. Cauliflower? Look, I tell you, I couldn't spell
I say it correctly. It's cauliflower.
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 Like colleague flour?
Cauliflower. Without
colleague flour.
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower. Oh, cauliflower. I don't know.
Jen loves squash. You guys like squash?
No, isn't that like a pumpkin?
I can't stand squash.
Word actually.
So back in you're a word guy, so you don't like moist either, do you?
Who, me?
Yeah,
What?
you don't like the word moist.
Why?
Where did that come from?
I thought you said you didn't like the word squash.
No,
he said it's a gourd actually. When I said isn't that a pumpkin? And he said no, it's a gourd actually. He was just trying to get his point back from losing on eclairs and long johns. Anyway, we're listening to your story here, divers. Let's get one thing finished.
To you, divers, because you have been beat on like a limp horse for.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Amanda,
my confidence is building up by the second. So Jen's like, oh, it's so good. You should have it. So she does. It's something called spaghetti squash. Have you guys ever been tempted with the spaghetti squash? It's like spaghetti, but it's squash. Tastes like squash. Terrible.
Yeah.
Like Jen, this isn't any good. I don't want any more of this. And so the next night, I get this like, it's some kind of like potato-ish type deal, kind of like a mash deal. And I'm like, what is this? She's like, it's whatever it was, but it was squash. And I'm like, Jen, I don't want the squash. I don't like the squash. Please stop with the squash. Very next night, butternut squash soup. So I'm eating it. I'm like, what is this? She's like, it's butternut squash. It's like, let me be clear. Right?
Maybe you didn't catch on the last 2 nights.
Do not ever bring another squash in this house and feed it to me as long as I'm alive. Are we clear? She's like, okay, I understand. I just thought you might like it. I was like, well, I appreciate the effort.
Yeah.
It's just not for me. So
do you guys eat sweet potatoes?
Yeah.
I like sweet potatoes.
Oh, see, I think that's I can't stand sweet potatoes. I don't like sweet potato fries. I don't like sweet potato whatever they bake. And Amanda's like, you just got to. It's so good. It's so good. You're gonna like. And I'm like, so when you make the French fries, so exactly that's my point, right? Like to make sweet potato good, you got to put cinnamon on it, or
cinnamon
she's like
and butter
powdered
and brown sugar.
She puts powdered sugar or some shit all over the fry things.
Yeah.
And then when you make this little dish or whatever shit of like sweet potato, whatever, they cover it with like sugar and marshmallows and shit. And I'm like, so let me get this straight. One of your favorite foods, you have to put shit on it to not make it taste like shit. Like, I don't get why you'd want to eat that. You know what I like mashed potatoes with? Mashed potatoes. I don't have to put anything on mashed potatoes because they're good.
She hates sweet potatoes. I
good.
Like
Me and Molly can go to dinner, and you and Amanda can share a bucket of sweet potatoes. Really real food that don't need sugar to not taste like shit.
Pumpkin pie and sweet potato pies. Oh my God, I love them.
Y'all eat pies?
I don't like pumpkin pie. I hate pumpkins. I
hate pie.
I hate everything that has to do with a freaking pumpkin. If pumpkins were not in this world anymore, I cannot stand pumpkins, pumpkin seeds, pumpkin spice, pumpkin pie, pumpkin whatever. I cannot stand them. There is no reason.
What do to you?
I don't know what it is. I just hate freaking pumpkins. I cannot stand it. I hate people in pumpkin sweaters, pumpkin ties, pumpkin hats. I hate people wearing pumpkin
shit tonight.
I cannot stand pumpkins. I don't know.
How was Amanda's sweet potato casserole at Thanksgiving, Andy?
I didn't eat that shit.
As long as it didn't have pumpkins, I wouldn't eat it.
I don't, and it's
Well, I
cool.
mean,
Like, if she wants to make a.
Did some kid while you were in school come up and stomp on your jack?
Jen said the same thing. She's like, "Did you have a bad childhood experience with pumpkins?" I don't know what it is.
You went to the pumpkin patch and mom and dad forgot you were there.
I don't know,
no
man.
shit.
I get psyched up about pumpkins. I don't like carving pumpkins. I don't like getting gutting pumpkins. I don't like seeing. I don't like lit up pumpkins. I don't like the pumpkins that start like with smoke coming out.
How many
of my
different kind of pumpkins can you name right now?
I don't know, man. I can't.
Sounds like fucking Forrest Gump.
Do you like pumpkin bars?
Pumpkin.
No, I cannot stand anything. I cannot. I don't like pumpkin beer. I don't like anything that has to do with pumpkins.
Molly says sweet potatoes and pumpkins are about the same. I disagree totally.
Yeah,
Like my buddy,
agree with Molly.
my buddy owns a burger place here called Barley and Burger, and he makes he has the best sweet potato waffle fries with some kind of little dipping sauce. Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
so
they're really good if you cover them with a regular French
no,
fry.
they're good.
Get it? Like,
But shit,
you know
y'all
what I mean?
got fry sauce in Iowa, so y'all don't. I mean, how the fuck?
What's fry sauce?
I thought y'all had fry
Yeah,
sauce.
you're not far enough west, Ray.
Fancy sauce.
Yeah,
Fancy
you gotta get to like Colorado before you get to fry
No,
sauce.
you were in what? You asked for fry sauce at Whataburger. I thought
I
you
did. No, I mean, fancy sauce to us is mayonnaise and ketchup.
That's pretty much.
Yeah, that's fry sauce. Yeah, we get mayonnaise and ketchup with everything. Peanut
Yeah, I
butter,
can't do
mayonnaise, and
mayonnaise.
ketchup.
I can't do mayonnaise.
Oh, I can do mayonnaise.
Well, let me take that back. I
I
can
did too.
as long as it's like in chicken salad or something like that. I can't. But like,
Somebody give you a sandwich. Be like,
Mayonnaise
here,
on-
I made you a sandwich. No mayonnaise on it. You're like, motherfucker, why don't you
I'd
just
be
give me
like,
some
thank
dry ass bread?
I'll be like,
Like,
You don't throw
Of course,
mayonnaise on my
mustard.
sandwich. We
just
got a
put some
problem.
mustard up there.
Yeah.
We'll be all right. No, mayonnaise.
You get to the Subway or whatever, they make your damn sandwich to get to the end. They're like, would you like mayonnaise? And you're like, yeah. And they
No.
squirt a little bit. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, I thought you were going to dump that fucking bottle on there.
Dude.
That's the only
No.
good thing about Jimmy John's. They got like that bucket of mayonnaise.
Yep.
And they like put out like a damn
Yeah.
serving
I'm gonna see
spoon.
you put that spatula.
See, I don't like Jimmy John's. Their bread's too hard.
I don't either.
Oh, my
See,
gosh.
Amanda, I hope you're still listening to this. That's like Panera. Panera is just the bread that didn't make Subway's cut, and that's
I hate
embarrassing.
Panera.
See, now I love like some of the Panera soups, like
Yeah, but
Oh,
their bread is.
like in the bread, like
Dude,
their clam
have you-
chowder and the bread. Oh my gosh!
Have you ever gone in a Panera and been like, man, that was a clean Panera?
Yes,
Every
Well,
Panera
actually,
I go in is the most filthy Panera. It's the most filthy
I-
place I've ever been in my life. You
the
go
one
in
in
there,
Rocky Mount is exceptional. It's probably 3 or 4 months old, but I'm expecting it to decline at any moment, just like everything else in Rocky Mount. But right now, it's top notch.
He's
just put up
expecting
a
that shit to
brand new
die off like his computer apparently is gonna. I didn't know all this shit.
Do what now?
Instead, you're expecting that to die off like your computer is apparently gonna.
if they just dust
Any
the
moment.
place
I can't
out,
believe-
it'll be fine.
She said, Amanda said Diva doesn't like it because it's
That's
because
exactly
it's
right.
They serve
No,
pumpkins.
there's a
I went
lot.
to a Panera once.
There's a lot there that I don't like. At
like
Panera.
I love like pumpkin bread. Oh my gosh, so good.
Are you shitting me?
No, I love it.
Oh, my
Anything
God.
pumpkin. I mean, I'm white girl at Starbucks with pumpkin spice lattes.
I've never been to a. Well, I take that back. I went to a Starbucks once. Amanda, what are the bars that I like? Aren't those? I think I really like pumpkin bars. Is there a pumpkin bar? It's got that like white cream cheese shit on top.
I finally
Amanda, help me out.
I finally realized why Amanda's on here. Andy actually says, "Hey, you got to be on because you
Yeah.
got to remind me of shit."
Yeah, so that I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, because here's the deal. It's easier for me to just ask her because now that I said I like pumpkin bars, she's going to respond back like, they're lemon bars, you dumbass, or something like
Those
that. So I'm
lemon
trying
bars
to
are
head
delicious.
this off. See, I don't know. I
The
don't,
lemon
they're not
pound
lemon
cake
bars.
at Starbucks is delicious.
See, I don't like lemon cakes. I like lemon in my tea, and I like lemon meringue and stuff like that, like breads and stuff like
You
that.
like key lime?
Yes. Oh my god, I love key lime.
Do y'all
Dude,
remember kicking kiwi lime as a Kool-Aid when you were kids?
No, but I got it. Do you guys y'all have the Bang energy drinks, right?
Oh yeah, no, so damn you for sending that picture because I've been on scout mode trying to find the key lime Bang
Oh my god,
everywhere I
I
go.
think we
and
have them in stores.
It's not here. It's
Oh,
not here.
they're
I
here.
found
we have
every
them in
Bang
store. I'll have
drink
to.
that I can find.
That thing
We'll
was
look
like,
and see.
like that thing was. I mean, it like when I took a swig of it, it was like I bit into a very good key lime pie.
You hadn't had a good key lime pie until you've had the one at Hooters. I'm dead honest.
Dude, that
Hooters
fucking
has a phenomenal key lime pie.
Hooters has terrible food.
They got a
Terrible.
phenomenal key lime pie.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No.
Yes, they do.
How are their
put
pumpkin
Hooters-
bars?
I will. They don't serve pumpkins there. I will put Hooters key lime pie up against your best key lime pie any day.
I don't
I'll
know.
do it.
Well, my favorite is it's actually cheesecake, key lime pie cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, the only like Cheesecake Factory. The only thing I want from there is the fucking cheesecake because their menu's like a fucking novel.
Oh, it's like it's
It's
We
terrible.
don't have a cheesecake factory.
well. Here's the problem with Cheesecake Factory for me. The problem is
They sell pumpkins.
I don't know if they do or don't. I haven't got that far. But what I like when I find something that I like at a restaurant, I get the same thing every time I go.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to venture out. They have a chicken cashew bowl.
That sounds good.
It is the best thing. It's like one of my favorite meals of all time.
I don't like nuts in my meal.
Son of a bitch. Oh, okay. And you still eat at Whataburger?
Let me
around here in North Carolina, when somebody says you got a nut in your plate, there's something wrong with it.
So I'm telling you that it is delicious. The problem is they put the calorie count beside it. In that cashew chicken bowl, there are 2,400 calories in that thing. It is like if you go to like the top 10 highest calorie meals in the United States, that thing is like number 4 on the
Yeah, but I bet
list.
that some bitch is good.
Oh, it is delicious. And
That's
so
like-
what I'll do is I'll try to eat it in 3s. So I'll be like, I have 700 calories now. I have 700 calories later, and then I have another 700 calories. The problem is,
What do
I
you do
get
with
to,
the
like-
last 300 calories?
I,
I'm just asking in case there's any mathematicians here. 2,400 divided by 7.
okay, whatever that
3.
math is, 3s. The problem is I typically get through the first 2 in one sitting, and then
Yeah.
I eat the rest later, which makes me kind of feel a little bit better. But it is so good. Holy cow!
That's like I used to go to Zaxby's and get the buffalo wing plate. Like it was like 2,700 calories, and that's before you started using dipping sauces.
Oh.
It was like 3,600 calories by the time you ate that whole batch.
I know, man.
And I didn't try to split it in 3s.
And it just
I'm
hits you
hungry. We got to stop talking about food.
different. Sorry.
I'm going to be over eating spaghetti here in a minute.
It ain't squash spaghetti, is it?
No.
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 Look,
We
so-
don't need vegetables. If we get hungry, if we run out of meat, I'll shoot a deer in the damn backyard and we'll be eating meat again. I ain't eating vegetables. It's not good for you.
You throw some chestnuts on it, it'll be delicious.
Yeah, then it'll be good. We ain't got no fireplace. He's welcome to stay here.
like it's always funny. Like I go to my mom's, my aunt's, or anywhere else where my mom's at, and like I don't eat tomatoes. Like, let me take that back. Like I there's certain things like I'll eat tomatoes on a taco or something like that, but like I don't want tomatoes in my salad. I don't eat like round here. If you're not Southern, of course, unless you eat a tomato sandwich with black pepper and mayonnaise. I must be northern as hell, right? But every time, like I'll fix my plate and those, you don't want any tomatoes? I'm like, Mama, you raised me. You know I don't eat that. Why do you every time? It's like, do you even really? I mean, do you know anything about me? It just hurts my heart.
Tell us how you feel, babe. Gosh,
Just hurts my heart.
It hurts my heart.
all of a sudden we got emotional.
Yeah, no doubt. That went for a swing.
About time to go to bed.
Yep. Getting there. All right, we've been on this for 2 hours and 23 minutes.
Yes. Yeah,
That's a new world record. I think we set a podcast record now. We will be deleted
Joe
from
Rogan,
iTunes.
Yeah, Joe Rogan shit goes for like 4 hours.
Does it really?
Yeah.
He probably has tens of thousands of listeners, though, like live.
Dude, he's just sold his shit to Spotify.
Perfect.
Did
he? Mm-hmm. But he has. Have you ever listened to any? Have you ever listened to any of his podcasts?
A few.
He's dude. That guy is really intelligent. I mean, he does go off on some things, but I mean, he's really and a great interviewer. Like talking to people and like pulling stuff out and get. I mean, he did a Dale Jr. Interview. It was really good. I mean, he called him to the carpet on like with his dad and the relationship, and I mean, there was some shit in there. I was like, damn, Joe. But I mean,
Did you guys watch the Tyson fight? By the way,
did not.
I mean, it wasn't worth watching from what I heard, but I thought about ordering it, but I didn't.
Nah,
yeah,
I just remember the early
days.
days. Yeah, I remember the early days of Tyson. It won't worth fucking buying because it didn't last but 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I remember my uncle bought it one time and we were all jacked up for it. And it was like literally he walked to the middle of the ring, called him with an uppercut, guy hit the fin. My uncle said, I just spent $80 fucking dollars.
Yeah. I spent $80 and I got to watch the fucking prelims that were on freaking network TV. Oh yeah.
Dude, that's just like we used to. I mean, at least the UFC, like I felt like I got my money every fight. But I mean, because I used to get them all back, several
What's
years
the UFC doing right now?
Dude, I hadn't followed in so long. I don't know.
Listen, I'd say that with Conor McGregor being out of it and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to get back into it.
He's getting ready to.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like everybody hated him or whatever, but he was a voice that brought a hell of a lot of people into the UFC. I mean,
I don't know that people hated him. I think they hated him after he went and did the Mayweather thing, and then
they hated him before that.
Oh yeah, he was like Howard Stern, man. People hated him, but they wanted to watch him fight because everybody wanted to see him lose.
Like, I'm not a big fan of like boasters, like the guys that get in the ring and they drop their hands and they try to talk. You know what I mean? Like Anderson Silva, I hated that bastard. Yeah. Right. Because to me, it was you're disrespecting your opponent. And no matter if you're going to beat his ass or not, he worked just as hard to get there as you did. Yeah. And I always love it when, like, I love seeing the videos come up of these, these amateur fighters and shit that, talk shit and showboat and all. And next thing you know, they're getting, they're stiff boarded out. I love that shit.
Yep.
But these fucking, I can't stand showboaters, man. Just never been a big showboater guy. Except for when I races.
Exactly.
Burn out, bitches.
Is there a spot where we can just practice burnouts? Because if I ever win a race, they're going to have to fucking shut iRacing down to get me off the track. I'm just going to burn them up. Be like, quick pit, reset, here we go, burning them out again. Like for the next 3 weeks of races, I'm just going to be at this finish line. Everybody on the radio is going to be like, what the fuck is that guy doing? Still celebrating, bitches. That's what I'm doing.
And we can't race Bristol again because Andy's still burning out.
Right, well, we could go to Bristol, but he's still doing a burnout.
He's still in it. Yeah. Well, boys, I think that's about it for tonight.
I'm good with it.
All right.
Hey, thanks for hanging in there, everybody.
Yeah, no kidding. Thanks,
all 4,000 of you. We appreciate you being here with us. We'll be back, I guess, new time 7 DST.
DST, 7 o'clock.
All right, so it means Andy and I will be here at 7. Divers will get here 5-10 after.
When it works for him.
if
fucking world
runs on my time, baby.
If he can find his equipment. So. All right, guys, we appreciate it. We'll catch y'all later.
Toodaloo.